I'm Den Carter,
Jeffrey Denny.
and this is the Real and Raw Sports Podcast.
I'm going to say that I was on here one time. What's up, guys?
Brian Hucks, Aaron Arms.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Go donate and help them out. Good gentlemen. Arms, Arms, you said something earlier, and I don't agree with Arms a lot of things that he says. One thing, I know, but I thought about that. When Arms said this earlier, I said, God, that's the first time I've ever agreed. You definitely outkicked your coverage. Smoke show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We like it.
All right. All right, let's get rolling. Well, that's all that matters. All right, let's go.
It's something about Dick and Wallet.
I don't know. Dick and Wallet. I don't know what he just
Hey,
said.
I bet both is in his hand.
So, if you're new to Real and Raw, you just watched the Back Row Fantasy Show. They are a fantasy podcast. Outstanding job. Just
Always good takes. Always good takes.
It was good. It's the first time they've done that in a while. We're new. We're nothing. We're trying to get to where they are.
Yeah.
We've only done like 20 episodes. This is actually our first live episode. We record.
I mean, we poked around live, talked to a few people here.
Yeah,
and
but
there,
we've never done an episode live. So this is a numero uno.
Numero uno.
It's a good cause. Arms, Hucks, they're good people. Their families, they're good people. Cancer sucks. Everybody knows that. So go help out with whatever you can. $1, $2, $5, $10, $500, whatever. Anything helps. But
and that's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Let's dive right in. We like to
Always.
dive right
Always.
in.
If you're a listener, regular listener, we just
We'll dive right in. So
new mics, new headsets. Things are a
is-
little different.
This
You know
is
what I mean?
crazy.
This is nice.
Like,
I like it here.
feel like I'm at a legitimate studio or something.
like it.
Like we record in an extra bedroom, and it's terrible. But hey,
I wouldn't say terrible.
it ain't good.
Come on.
It ain't good.
It ain't this. It ain't
This
studio
is nice.
material. This is nice.
Like I'm going to pay rent and start coming here.
Absolutely.
So we seen the other day, a couple people, we love to listen to what people want us to do. And a couple people said, hey, CBS, I think it was, they dropped their bold predictions for the 2023 football season. Several people asked for it. So hell, why not? Let's do it. Let's do our bold predictions.
Drafts over. Most
Drafts
of the
over.
free agents moved.
Everybody's jacked for football
Oh, yeah.
season. It's here. It's
I mean,
almost here.
Football's king, baby. That's what we say.
Football is the king. We all know that. So we each did our 10 bold predictions for the 2023 football season. You want to go first? Or you? Now, some of mine, I'm going to say, some of mine are going to, a couple of mine, people are going to say I'm fucking crazy.
And I mean, I got a couple like that as well.
But some of mine, I don't think they're too
because
bad.
I mean, we poke around and talk even when we're not
Exactly.
live or whatever, and we talk about things. And a couple of things we've talked about back and forth, and it's like, wow, really? But I mean, some of our thoughts are the same.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And that's the thing about us. We have no idea what each other have.
No.
Like, he does his stuff, I do mine, and then we
Just gotta go with it.
See how this comes out. You want to go first or you want me to?
I want to start off hot here.
He's
You
going to
ready?
start hot?
Because I'm just going to go in order here.
See, I'm going to start off. I'm going to start
but
you with something
I don't think
small.
this is my
I'm gonna
my
start you with
biggest
something
one. You know what I
small.
mean?
Oh, yeah, I've got mine
got
in order.
Derrick Henry won't be a top 3 running back in yards and will be traded before the deadline.
Traded?
Yep.
I'm with you on the Henry with the yards. I mean, he's still a stud. He's still a
and he's
beast.
been, you know what I mean? He's been there. He was there last year, but I think like Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb, Barkley, I think them guys are probably, I mean, McCaffrey, them ones are going to lead it. Them ones are going to lead the yards, and I think Henry's on a decline, and I think he's going to get traded. They poked around.
I hope he gets traded.
Me too. I mean, I was
really believe.
I was wanting him in Philly.
I really believe that Tennessee is a bottom 5 team in the NFL.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
They have no idea what's going on.
They have
now.
no idea what they're doing.
And if you listen, you know how much I love Mike Vrabel. He's got his work cut out for him.
I mean, do you know the Titans wide receivers?
I know one Titans wide receiver,
he's a new one.
Traylon Burks,
There's a
and then that one guy with the 3 long name. I can't think of
there's
what
like
the
a
hell his
Nick
name is.
Westbrook something else. I don't know his last name. And then there's a Kyle Phillips. I mean, this team's the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
they
they're
really
bottom.
honestly might be.
And
bottom
really,
team in the
why
NFL.
wouldn't you trade them?
Exactly.
I mean, why
Kevin
wouldn't you get rid of
Byard
him?
the same way. They wanted Kevin Byard to take a pay cut. Kevin Byard, well, no, I'm not taking a pay cut, and they was saying he was going to get traded. Well, apparently, I don't know if they worked that out or not, but Kevin Byard's not traded yet. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, Hunter Brown agrees with the trade.
Hunter Brown's on here.
We got some Pablo from
I love,
Argentina.
I love when our fucking reel and I'm sorry if you're not a cursor. I'm gonna try, but I curse a lot. I apologize. I curse. I can't help it. Sentence
It
and
happens.
answers. I like that one. My first one: the Detroit Lions win the NFC North and win one playoff game. Maybe more. Maybe more.
That's a big take.
Division champion and one playoff game.
That's a big take.
I love what the Lions
But I think
have
the Lions.
done.
I think the Lions are upcoming. I mean,
The Lions are going up, and to me, every team in that division's going down.
I know the boys before is giving golf a little hate, but I think. I mean, I think,
like golf.
I think golf can put up some yards.
I don't
really
think
do.
golf.
I think
I don't think golf is an MVP, anything like that.
I think golf
But I
puts up
like
yards.
Jared Goff. I think he's fine, and everyone wants to Field. And I'm a Fields fan.
Yeah.
Fields is the one Buckeye quarterback that I keep saying he's going to be the one.
And it looks like the Bears are trying to build a team. You know what I
But
mean?
I don't know yet. I want to see. And the Bears have done a lot.
They have. They really have.
So I really don't know about that division. Like right now, I think that the Packers are the worst team.
Yeah,
and I
because
still like
Packers
what
are
the Packers
we're
have.
unsure. Packers were just most unsure about.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
of
that's,
love.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it boils down to. Because Packers could be a really good team.
They could be.
I mean, they could be a really,
They really
good team.
could be. Like their defense.
I mean,
is
you're
good.
talking. I mean,
Got Jones and AJ Dillon. Got running backs. Love Christian Watson. It's just it's the
Totally
Jordan.
agree.
It's the Jordan Love thing.
Yep.
I don't know.
you just don't know yet.
All right, hit me with something.
Okay. And I know
Hit
the
me.
boys before us talked about it a little bit. I think the 49ers won't have a set quarterback by week 5. Week 5, I think they're going to bounce back and forth. They got Purdy. They got Trey Lance. I think they're both going to be healthy, ready to play. And, I mean,
You know what they say when you got multiple quarterbacks? You don't have one.
no, you don't.
And I don't know. Like I think
Because it's hard to back off Purdy of what
I'm
he's done.
surprised that they didn't trade Lance at the draft.
And I seen a little bit of talks on, I think it was one of the CBS News or something, that John Lynch said that he's not going to trade him. But I mean, I think if you believe in him and you think he's a pretty good quarterback, it's hard to get rid of him.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if you
they
seen
gave
him-
up so much to
Yeah,
get Lance,
yeah.
and
And
you've never really
nope.
seen him. I mean, you've seen a little tiny bit, and then he gets hurt.
Yep.
It's hard to give up, but Purdy played so fucking
And no
well.
one's going to give up a lot.
And Sam Darnold is. Sam Darnold is not. If they
He's still
have
around.
this, he's okay.
He's still around.
He's okay. You know, to me, if I'm San Francisco, I'd keep all three because what happened in the playoff game?
I know.
You
It's
had
hard.
both your quarterback. You
hard.
didn't have a quarterback, and Philly smashed them, which I still think Philly would have smashed
Yeah.
them. But I think it could have been different with a quarterback.
It's hard to. I mean, it's hard to say I need to stock 3 quarterbacks because
My number 2. Yeah, but would you rather have an extra quarterback just in case, or
usually most teams carry 2.
I know, but
You know what I mean?
but I don't know why. I mean, I know everybody wants that little depth, but damn, man, if your quarterbacks go down, you're fucked.
You lost.
You're fucked.
You lost.
You ain't got a chance if both
Yep.
your quarterbacks are down.
Totally
You're
agree.
fucked.
I mean, even if you got a stacked team, I mean,
Yeah,
49ers shows
you're
you.
fucked. Need a quarterback. Just carry 3. I got a take for your.
Oh, Hunter Brown says, "How can you not roll with Brock?" I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's hard not to. The guy balled out. If he's ready, which a lot of people say he is, he'll be ready.
and
Some people
B.
say
Willie,
he's not.
B. Willie said it's a tough choice. Purdy put on a show. That might
Purdy?
be Brandon Wilson. I'm not sure.
Purdy put on a show. Purdy played well.
I don't know if that's Brandon Wilson or not. I see the picture, but I can't really.
I don't
Can't really
know.
tell.
Real and raw fans. They're
Oh,
in the
I like
house.
it.
They're
I
in
like
the house,
that.
baby.
I like that.
I
Showing
got
us a
one.
little love. Showing
Hunter
us a little
Brown.
love.
Hunter Brown, one of our favorite listeners. I got his.
We're agreeing. I
got
mean,
some-
Purdy's kind of hard not to poke around to keep for a little bit.
I got something for you and Hunter Brown.
Uh-oh. Your turn?
The Philadelphia
Right now?
The Philadelphia
Wow.
Eagles clinch the division
I like it.
by week 15.
Woo! I like it.
15.
I like it.
The Eagles are going to have
Made me blush a little.
the Eagles are going to have almost the whole damn month of December to do whatever the
Did
hell
you
they
see
want.
Philly has a tough schedule.
Yeah, they do.
Whew.
You know what else they got? Tough fucking team.
They do. They're loaded.
They're loaded. They're Hurts, AJ, Devontae, Goddard.
Top 5 tight end.
Top 8. Top 8.
Top 5. Hunter Brown telling him
8.
top 5.
Top 8 tight end. I love the Swift trade. Penny is solid. You still got Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell.
You know, Shane
line?
Molina or Shane, he said that ain't bold. He's talking about he's a Philly fan.
There you go. Eagle fans
Eagle
everywhere.
fans in
Eagle
there. I
fans
like
stand
it.
up. What do they
Stand
say?
up. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I like it.
I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Steelers fan.
I like it.
Don't start your shit. All right, go ahead. Hit me with something else.
All right. I
Hit
think,
me.
and we just kind of poked around with this one. So I think the Lions running back, Jahmyr Gibbs, will be starting week 1. and because he might not be the running back starter.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be a starter. I think
absolutely.
You know what I mean? As a gadget tight end somewhere, wide receiver slot, I think he'll be in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I got him rookie of the year.
Ooh, you got him rookie of the year. See, I love Gibbs. Everyone
Rookie of the
talks
year.
about
That's a big take.
Everyone talks about they hate the Lions pick because Jahmyr Gibbs would have been there at 20 or whatever. Who cares? Who gives a shit? If you have somebody in your draft that you just love, and Gibbs is a playmaker, he's a star, he's a difference maker.
Yep.
Just take him. Just take him. It's like Jack Campbell. A couple picks later, they took the linebacker out of Iowa. Yeah, you might have got him later, but the guy's a 3-down backer. He flies everywhere. He's going to start week 1, and he's going to be a stud.
And I don't see
Just
Montgomery
take the
being
guys
in
you
every
like.
3 and 4 down back.
It's like Arms and Barker and Hux was talking on the last one. Who was they talking about? Somebody. Oh, they was talking about Anthony Richardson. One of them guys said that he was going to be available in the 2nd round.
No way.
Ain't no fucking way in hell
way.
Anthony Richardson was going to be there in the 2nd round. Anthony Richardson, and I hate.
That's why he went early.
If you listen to our show,
That's why I went early.
if you listen to our show, you know exactly how I feel about Anthony Richardson.
you hate him.
I can't stand him.
Says the
I
dude
think
can't
he's
throw a football.
absolutely a bum. The guy's got a cannon. He can throw it out of the field. He has an outstanding vertical.
Yeah, he can move.
He can move. I don't really give a shit about my quarterback's vertical. I don't. I want him to be able to throw an accurate ball, and I just don't see it with Anthony Richardson. And maybe I'll be totally wrong and eat my words on that. I
mean,
don't-
someone's going
but
to
he
try
wa-
to develop
But he
him.
was not going
I mean,
to be
it's not
there.
like you're wrong right now by saying that. But someone's going to try to develop this kid, and if they can, and he turns out to be a pretty good ball player, it's going to be a home run.
Exactly.
I mean, it's going to be a home run.
Exactly.
And if not, I mean, what else do you have to lose? You don't have a quarterback anyway. I mean, your running back's going to get beat up because he's already been ran in the dirt. I mean, if you don't hit a home run with this quarterback, just keep building the team and then try to get another one.
The Colts had to finally make a move on a quarterback because what have they done? Phillip Rivers,
old retired men.
Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz.
Yep.
It's time to draft a quarterback and build your franchise the right way because that ain't doing it. What are they going to do? Go out and sign? Fuck, I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to get a veteran. You know what I mean? Is what,
Just-
and
it
you don't
ain't
want
gonna
that.
work. Just get your quarterback, and I do not like Richardson, but he wasn't making it out of the top 10. No way. Is it my pick? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I got
Gibbs.
the Lions.
You did a rookie running back.
Oh, Raj said no one cares about the Eagles.
I love you, Raj.
He said Cowboys and Commanders both finish higher than the Eagles.
He's fucking crazy.
Just telling
He's
you.
lost his mind.
That's your boy.
He's been drinking the Jaeger deep today.
Deep today.
Deep Jaeger. All right, you did a rookie running back. I got one. My main man. I was outside listening to them talk, and when they said that you can get a running back to put up the numbers that Bijan and do what Bijan does later in the draft, I literally kicked the dog outside. I didn't really kick it because I would never harm an animal. But Bijan is – I understand that people don't like to take running backs early. I get it. But every once in a while there is a generational talent, and Bijan is that generational talent.
Yeah,
he
you run
is.
across those every once in a while.
He's fucking Saquon. He's that back. So I was thrilled with Atlanta. I think they ran the ball second most in the league. Tyler Algier had 1,000 yards rushing. I mean, that tells you a lot. And Bijan, what he going to do to that? My prediction, Bijan Robinson is in the top 5 in the NFL in total yards. I think
it's fair.
I think Josh Jacobs led last year in total yards. He had like 2,000. He was the only one over 2,000 total yards. I think Bijan's going to hit like 1,700.
Ooh.
I think he's going to hit like 7. He catches the ball so well.
I just don't know if they're going to use him that much because they got so much running backs already. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because I know Patterson. I mean, they
I think
ran the
they're
guts out of him too.
I think they're going to use him. I think they're going to use the piss out of him. They're going to run him in the fucking ground like the Titans did Eddie George. Run him, throw to him. Just
I got one here that I think short, simple, easy take. Jets make the playoffs. I mean, I think it's easy to say, but if you dig into it, if you really dig into it, it's tough because I mean the Jets Jets division's pretty good.
The Jets division's loaded.
I mean, it really.
Like,
I mean,
I like New
besides the
England.
Patriots, because I think they're coached really well. They have a couple weapons.
Defense. They got defense.
But I mean, Mac Jones just isn't it. I mean, Juju's
They were in it.
Juju's a 2 or 3 receiver. I mean,
They were in it. They were in it all year. They were in it.
It was, but I mean, their division got better.
But they were right there, and it's Belichick. Like, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
No,
I don't think
no.
the Patriots are. I think the Patriots are last place.
I do too.
Their division's
I got
loaded.
a little take on them.
Their division's loaded. But I'm close on the Jets. I'm so close. I don't know what to do because I am not an Aaron Rodgers guy at all.
You hate Aaron Rodgers.
I hate Aaron.
He hates
I
Aaron
can't help
Rodgers.
it. I've never liked Aaron
I don't
Rodgers.
know who he hates more, Aaron Rodgers or LeBron James.
LeBron James.
And it is stupid.
LeBron James. I absolutely hate LeBron James more than anyone.
And he was a
sports.
LeBronite.
I used to love LeBron.
You did.
He just talks too much fucking much anymore. He's involved in everything, and it's just like, God, I am one of the people that I just want to say, shut up and play basketball.
Well, when you're the GOAT, you can talk about whatever. you
Well,
want.
that's right, and I have the right to change the channel.
Yeah, you're right.
I have the right to change
I
the
agree.
channel, and that's what I do because I can't stand him. My turn.
Your turn.
This is one. I changed it.
Uh-oh.
I changed it. My Bengal fans. I know my Bengal fans. They get a lot of fan bases. They hate because I'm a Steelers fan, and they always act like we hate. Like we give the Buckeye fans a lot of hate because we're not Buckeye fans. And the Buckeye fan base, they're just sometimes
They
they're
hate us.
sometimes they're a little iffy.
And we don't really hate them.
No, we don't.
I
Some
mean,
of them
we
just a
ha-
little bit outlandish.
Well, hold on. I can't lie. Some of the fans we do hate.
Absolutely.
But I mean, in
Absolutely.
a big standpoint, no. But I mean, my God, they're annoying.
They are.
Jeez.
They're bad. They're as bad as Cowboy fans.
They are.
They are.
And you got some bad
Hey,
Cowboy
and
fans.
I'm not
on
talking
your-
about all of you guys. So
No.
Don't
yeah.
worry. I'm not talking about ever. And
But-
you know who I'm talking about.
But if you're just out there, I mean, yapping about it, I mean, it's just
My first prediction with this, after I said it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I can say that. It's my boy, because I still love this dude, even though he's a Bengal. Jamar Chase. I initially said he was going to break Randy Moss's receiving touchdown record this year, 23. But I can't do that. I'm going to scale it back. I'm going to say Jamar Chase leads the NFL in receiving touchdowns, and he's going to have 20. 20 touchdowns for Chase.
that's fair.
I think he's going to light it up. Listen, I'm not a Bengals fan.
So do you
by
think
no
Higgins
means.
have a good year too?
Higgins isn't going to have a good year, but there's like I love Justin Jefferson. He's not the red zone guy that Jamar is.
No.
Jamar's he's a freak. He's a freak, man.
We'll go right into that Justin Jefferson here. And I got the Vikings will not make the playoffs. I got the Vikings will not
I'm so happy.
make the playoffs.
I'm so happy.
Why are you happy?
I'm gonna skip ahead.
Oh.
I'm gonna skip ahead to
Uh-oh.
one of mine. Now, Brian Hucks earlier when we first got here, we was sitting outside listening to them guys talk, and they were talking about us. They were talking about our show,
Oh, yeah.
and he said we got some good takes and they got some shit takes. And I told Jeffrey, I said,
Do you think a Vikings takes a shit take?
no?
No, you think
Hold on.
think it's pretty good?
Hold
All
on.
right, all right.
Hold your horses there, Bubby. I said I can't wait for Brian Hucks to hear one of my takes if he thinks I got some shit takes already. I not only have the 13-3 Buffalo Bills
Uh-oh.
missing the playoffs.
Uh-oh.
I also have the 13-4 Minnesota Vikings missing
Nice.
the playoffs. Two
Nice.
13-win
Nice.
teams both
Nice.
miss the playoffs next year.
Nice. All right, so we got a question. You ready?
I'm always ready for a question.
Some D-Bach here.
What up,
Said-
D-Bach?
Said, do you think you'd feel the same about another college football team if you lived in their state and were surrounded by their fans? That's a good question. I mean, I don't know where this Bach guy's from, but I mean, if you're from Ohio, I mean, if you like the Buckeyes, I guess it's kind of hard to fit into that. But I mean, it's just all the if they do bad, do you want to blame Ryan Day?
Everything.
I mean, and
Like they're ready. The Buckeye fans were absolutely ready to
and there's
fire
so- and I
Ryan
got-
Day.
Yeah, they was. And now we got so many. I mean, I got a few Buckeye fans. It's like this new quarterback coming in, that McCord. Oh, he's so
He's
good.
the best one.
And I mean, it's like, come on.
Now he's the best one
yeah,
they've had.
Yeah, and it's like,
It's like, God. Listen, I'm a Florida State Seminoles fan. We have been pure dog shit for years.
he said it's Derek. Probably off your show, Derek.
What up, Derek?
Brittenbach.
Oh, Derek Brightonball.
Yeah.
I used to call him Brittenbach, and then he corrected me one day, and he said, my name is Brightonball. And I said, oh, I like Brittenbach much
I like
better.
Brittenbach better.
They actually call him Box.
Oh, really?
He's one of Al's.
Oh, I like
He's
Box.
one of
That's
Al's
better.
friends. Yeah, let's just call him Box.
I like that. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I
Box,
got a bunch of Buckeye fans.
Box, you know how
crazy.
you guys are. Some of you are totally, but every fan base is like it.
And
are
Rod said
just-
he's from Pike County, so he don't know no better.
He is from Pike County.
Maybe there's your answer.
He is from Pike County. If anyone wants to go to Box's house party tonight. All right, moving on. I don't know who's next. Who's next?
I'll go.
You,
I'll
because I
shoot
went
one
with the
there.
Bills and Vikings.
I got C.J. Stroud's going to struggle early.
You got struggle
I
early.
think Stroud's going to struggle early. I think Stroud's a decent.
I like Stroud. I think he's going to be okay. And
Quarterback.
I think he's got. People's underestimating his weapons there. They talked about Tank Dell. I love Tank Dell, the rookie out of Houston. I love Michi, the kid they drafted out of Alabama last year. Got cancer. Once again, this show is all about fuck cancer. Donate. Arms and Hucks families. Find the link. It's somewhere. John Michi coming back. I think he's going to be really, really good for them. Robert Woods is there. Robert Woods is a veteran.
He's always solid.
Solid
He's always
wherever
solid.
he
I
goes.
mean, he's
He
not-
didn't do
he's not
shit in
great. He's
Tennessee
just
last
always
year.
solid.
He didn't do shit in Tennessee last year, but he didn't fucking. They don't have
Well,
a
he can
quarterback.
help. He can help.
He can help them
He can
young
help
guys.
mold a little.
And the big thing that the Texans got for me, in my opinion, Dalton Schultz out of Dallas. I love the Schultz pickup. Schultz is going to be
Schultz
that
is a good tight end.
security.
I'm glad he is out of Dallas.
Yeah,
I am.
Schultz is going to be a huge security blanket
Glad
for
he is
CJ.
out of
I love
Dallas.
that pickup. But yeah, they start out with. I'm pretty sure the Texans start out with Baltimore. Welcome to the NFL because they're going to be on his ass.
Quick.
I'm so sad. We'll get to that later, but I'm so sad.
What are you sad about?
Fucking Steelers play San Francisco week
Week one.
one.
Yeah, I seen
Fuck.
that. That's not good.
Fuck. That's so hard.
Not good. But
All
it's all right. It's okay.
You just went with a rookie quarterback, C.J. Stroud. I'm not really saying he's going to do anything, but I think he's going to be good. I have Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers winning the NFC South.
Wow.
Got him.
Wow.
I love what the Panthers.
Wow.
Listen.
Woo.
I love what
Pump the brakes on that one,
I
boys.
fucking love.
Pump the brakes on that
They
one.
were in it. They were in games.
Woo, it's because their division's trash.
They are. But somebody's got to win that
For sure.
trash division.
For sure.
And I love what they've done. I love Thielen. I love DJ Chark. Barker and them talked about Mingo. I love Jonathan Mingo. I think Mingo and AJ Brown
And
vibes.
the Saints come marching in.
And it's going to be close. It's crazy, but I think Tampa Bay is the worst team in the division by far.
Yeah, but they're unsure because of quarterback.
I know.
I mean, really.
Well, isn't that crazy to say though? Because I mean, Baker, you'd think Baker, you'd have more trust in him than
Yeah,
a
he
rookie.
would, but he's been on like 5 different teams.
But
so,
I
mean,
got the Panthers. I Von Bell on that defense. I love Hayden Hurst coming over, another security blanket throw to the tight end.
maybe
got
lucky,
the
maybe
Panthers.
lucky be 3.
Miles Saint, no,
Maybe lucky be 3.
you're fucking. That's a bet. I smell that bet coming.
Tampa Bay probably 2.
I got a bet coming on that one then, because Miles Sanders, your Eagle coming
Yeah.
over, dude.
He
Carolina,
saw it, but he couldn't stay
Carolina-
healthy either.
Carolina's gonna be good, kids. Watch it, book it.
In a couple years.
Next year, win the South, book it.
Hunter Brown wants to know, who do you have in the XFL championship tonight?
Defenders. Go Defenders. Jordan Teamu. Come on, Teamu.
Oh, hell.
You know, The Rock was on. And this is something we have problems with. We like to just get off.
Yeah,
we get
we're
out
raw.
of fucking. We just go with it. The Rock was on First Take the other morning on ESPN, and he was talking about the XFL, and they was just talking, and I was just watching this man. And it's just like I said after he was done, I'm like, this man really, honestly, might be the biggest star in the world.
The Rock?
The Rock.
Yeah.
Like
He-
every word that he spoke, it's just I'm looking at him like, the fucking Rock is just so good at every fucking thing he
I mean,
does.
he's been in like everything.
Fucking Aaron Arms sneaking back in while we're fucking recording a fucking
Cupcakes.
podcast, stealing our fucking cupcake.
Look at this guy.
What the fuck is this guy? I haven't even got one.
There's more cupcakes there.
And well, that's only enough for a normal sized man. Love you.
Oh, shit. All
All right.
arms.
All right.
He's a
so-
cupcake
But yeah,
even little bastard.
you watch Panthers win the
Crazy.
division.
Well,
I'm gonna crack this baby open.
this is
before it
gonna
gets
break your
warm.
heart. Not break your heart, but this one's gonna hurt you a little
Hard
bit.
Mountain Dew Live Wire. I ain't had this kind. Let's try it out.
He's gonna get drunk.
I hope.
My
You have to drive
God.
home. Could be a sponsor.
I got a. This is gonna be the Pats' worst season.
I'm with you.
I really do. I think this. That wasn't good. That wasn't good.
That's fucking disgusting.
That was not good,
That's
ladies
fucking.
and gentlemen.
Oh, dear God, that's awful. Oh my God.
And their worst season ever was 5-11, and I think they could scale that this time.
That's pure piss. That tastes like pure orange piss.
It's got a tiger on it. Maybe it's tiger piss.
That's fucking gross.
It's tiger piss.
I've had a lot of bad stuff in my mouth. That might be top 5.
I doubt that. I
Probably
fucking
not.
doubt that.
Probably not. I don't think New
Doubt
England's
that.
gonna. I'm with you. I don't think New England's gonna have a very.
They got a good
year.
defense. I think their offense is.
I
just
love
complete
Ramondre Stevenson.
Garbage.
I love Ramondre Stevenson. Mac Jones. Every once in a while he'll have a good game.
But like you said earlier,
I really wish they would have gave him a weapon, man.
But-
Juju is not a
No.
fucking big weapon.
No, but what hurts him too is you got that Bailey Zappi behind him, and anytime he breathes or makes a bad play, it's like put him in, put him in.
Backup quarterback's always the most popular fucking
It is.
players.
And
Every time a
so
quarterback
it
makes a bad
hurts.
play.
You know what I mean? It could hurt the play. You know what I mean? We've seen it for years that if you have a decent quarterback behind you, sometimes they struggle.
They do.
Sometimes your star struggles, and then you got everyone reaping behind the back. Hey, put him in, chanting in the fans. So I mean that's all it takes, and then the trickle effect, and this guy's your starter, and maybe he turns out to be a bum. Your turn, Captain.
I always get shit on this, but I really believe it. I'm believing it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Dimeback Darren, much love, brothers.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
Make sure to click the link, guys. Make sure to donate. Arms family, Hucks family, they need all of our help. Outstanding show by the Back Row Show earlier. We're just trying to do a little part here. Dynasty Rewind coming up after us. My boy, I'm a closet fan.
Uh-oh.
I'm a closet fan. I cannot help it. This guy's my favorite quarterback in football. The Los Angeles Chargers, not the Kansas City Chiefs, win the West.
Wow.
The Chargers
Really?
win
Finally.
the West.
Finally come up over the hill.
They're going to stay healthy. They're going to stay healthy. You know, they were shitting on Quentin Johnston, and I disagree, man. I like him. I think he's a lot like Mike Williams, and Mike Williams is not.
And that's what.
He can't stay healthy.
No, and I mean that's the style wide receivers they run. Obviously,
And I like Quentin Johnston.
you think they're going to keep Austin Eckler?
I think the last thing I heard, Eckler was going to play out his contract, and then he bet on himself basically and walk in the offseason. So I think I think he's going to be there. I think he's going to be there. He's going to play. And they're going to use him, and he's going to catch a shitload of balls. And if the Chargers are healthy, I have a hard time finding a team on paper. I know that the Chargers they have bad games and they choke. On paper, I have a hard time finding a team that's as good as the Chargers.
Philly. On paper.
Well, on paper, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
That's really about it.
I take
Cowboys.
Cowboys
pretty good on paper.
No,
They're pretty good on paper.
not of the Chargers.
Not over them, but I'm saying close to them.
Close.
To them. Chargers are stacked.
Eckler's a dog.
Eckler is a dog.
And
he's not one of those like fancy guys that wants the ball 45 times, or he eats it and takes it. But I'm just saying he's not the guy that you see after the game, all the cameras and lights on him, and he wants all the superstar and the money. You know what I mean? He's not. And I think that's how the Chargers, that's how I feel about the Chargers. Like all of them are like superstar backup guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't feel like they need the spotlight, want the spotlight. Just like Herbert, I mean, you never hear much about Herbert. I mean, he's puts up phenomenal stats every year, and it's like, oh, well, he's not in the run for anything.
I love Herbie. I hope he stays healthy, and I hope all them guys stay healthy. I hope Derwin James stays healthy.
This is one
I love Derwin James.
I think
man.
we talked about it last live whenever we was poking around out the Pay Lake.
Talk about the fucking Pay Lake. You pissed me off. We had a straight up fight at the fucking Pay Lake.
Why did I piss you off?
Because you had a take, and if you're going to say this, I'm about to get mad.
You might walk out here. Guys.
I might get up and leave because this was probably one of the this was as dumb.
Wow.
I couldn't. I won't say it as dumb. It's not as dumb as someone saying the other day. Larry
Your boy,
Bird.
your boy Garth just chiming in and saying
Garth.
the Bengals and Joe Burrow.
What about the Bengals and Joe Burrow?
On paper.
Oh yeah, but see, I don't like the. I'm saying whole team. I'm saying whole team. It to me,
Because they got a good offense.
Cincinnati's offense best in the league on paper.
Their
But I'm saying
defense.
their defense, not so much. I'm saying if you look at on paper, if you just look on paper, Chargers defense better than Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I mean they are.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Offense loaded. Cincinnati loaded everywhere.
Garth ain't gonna like that.
It don't matter. Garth must have just got here because I wasn't getting no love from Garth when I said that Jamar Chase was going to catch 20 touchdowns.
That's true. This is true.
Where was that at?
But he might have. He might
where
have.
was
But
that
I didn't
at?
see it.
Where was that
'Cause
at?
that
Garth?
was through a message.
Where was that love, Garth?
All right, let's see here. You ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm not ready because I know where you're fucking going with it.
They made a lot of shit happen in the offseason. Signed a quarterback, got a wide receiver.
Fuck.
I got
I
the
knew it.
Baltimore
I knew it.
Ravens worst in the division.
Fucking ridiculous.
Got it. I mean, everyone's got them up high. Everyone's
ridiculous.
got them won. I'm telling you,
Ridiculous.
I don't think they hold up. I do not
This
think
is
they
what-
hold up.
This is what I left for. Like we literally.
I don't think they hold up.
We
I just,
literally fucking was screaming at each other.
I know
2
you
weeks ago.
can't. I know you
I'm
can't like
you
predict injuries,
are
but
fucking
there's
got
no
to be-
way.
you've
There's no
got-
way they hold up. There's
You've
no
got to
way.
be fucking kidding me.
There's no way. And I don't think. I mean, everyone's beating the drum about the Browns like they're a bad team. They're loaded too on roster, on paper. You know what I mean? Browns are a pretty good team.
I think the Browns are good, but I think the Browns fans
And-
are overblowing
And-
themselves.
yeah, but I think let Watson play now.
I think Zadarius Smith was a nice pickup.
Absolutely.
for him, but everyone's acting like that was fucking Browns Super Bowl.
No, I don't think that
No.
pick made them that, but I think they're not
think
far
they're-
off
I
from.
know.
I think
You got to see Deshaun.
yeah, for sure. But I'm putting more baskets in Deshaun being pretty
I think
good
Deshaun is going
compared
to creep
to
on down to
compared
Puerto
to
Rico.
Lamar staying healthy.
Deshaun going to creep on down to Puerto Rico. He's going to get him a massage.
That's not a bad thing though.
It's not. He's going
It's
to get him some
not.
booty hole massages.
Yeah.
He's going to get cleansed. He's going to get worked out, and then he's going to come back.
Oh,
And I think he's going to bowl.
Oh, Bill Kraft did it.
Who?
Bob
Bobby,
Kraft. Yeah, see,
Bobby.
and no one cared about
Bobby.
him.
Yeah, but Bob Kraft, he's an old man.
I get it. That should be worse.
Yeah, no. Bob Kraft's just an old man just trying to get his rocks
Yeah,
off.
an
That's
18
allowed.
to 20-year-old woman,
That's allowed.
a 60, 70-year-old man.
That's allowed. I know some guys that's got busted for stuff like
Yeah.
that. But we ain't gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
into that.
Oh, yeah.
We
Oh,
ain't
Andy
gonna-
Dalton.
Yep, Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton's that.
Andy Dalton's dad. He was there. Andy Dalton's dad did really not get busted for anything. Just
The cardboard hero loves the rub and tug.
Love you, Raj.
Hey, Hunter Brown right here. Hot take.
Hunter Brown.
He wants it right here. MVP this season.
I can't do. You want me to tell you
Dude,
now?
he wants it right now.
It's on my fucking.
He
list.
wants it right now.
It's on my list.
He got
Joe Burrow.
Joey B.
And I went a little bit ahead of and
Joey
I
B.
also give you second place in the MVP. Christian McCaffrey.
Lost his mind.
Christian McCaffrey in his a full season with Shanahan, full off season. Oh, Christian McCaffrey's going to blow the fuck up.
Gar said he loves you.
Give old dad a hug.
Gar said he loves you.
I'll swing by after this podcast over Garth.
I'm not going to be crazy and out of my mind here, but I'm going to be a homer.
Oh, wow, what a fucking...
And
let me change my opinion. Kenny Pickett, MVP.
No way you're going to compare Kenny Pickett going to MVP to Jalen Hurts.
Oh, fucking homer.
Come on, bro.
Homer.
And last year I even poked around saying I didn't want Hurts to win it because
Homer.
I didn't want his contract to be twice as bad.
Homer.
You want to know Hunter Brown's? And Hunter Brown, I'm pretty close on to 2,
Who?
but I think Joey Burrow would be closer to 2. Aaron Rodgers at 2.
Listen, if Aaron Rodgers is committed and he doesn't do the shit, and he looks like he is, like he's already attended workouts and shit. He didn't do that.
We didn't have no wide receivers. I wouldn't either.
Shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of hearing this every fucking wide receiver he had, he's brought to New York with him.
Well, yeah,
I'm
them
coming
guys
to New
are
York,
old.
but
They're not coming there.
make sure to go
The
get
young
me.
guys are
Make
there.
sure to go get me Alan Lazard and
Yeah,
fucking
but
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb and Lazard and them won't be there until like preseason game 4.
Well, Alan Lazard's ready. He caught his first pass in training camp.
I get that, but I'm just saying they're already like a little veteran. They don't need to be there.
Oh,
I'm not saying her.
fuck.
I'm just saying like he don't need them there. He needed help.
I think Aaron Rodgers is perfectly fine. I think he's fucking.
And then he
perfectly
had Jalen Hurts at 1 as well.
fine. Jalen Hurts. I'm not gonna bust your balls too much about that because he's a stud. All right, this one is going to make some people. This one's going to have some
I
hate.
can't believe you hate me though because Baltimore I think is worse than
It's fucking awful. It's an awful take.
It's not.
That team.
They're not going to say healthy.
That team without Lamar made the playoffs, and I don't give a shit. Garth's on here, and he's a Bengals fan. He will tell you if they would have had Lamar in that playoff game, they would have beat Cincinnati. They almost beat him with fucking Tyler Huntley.
But it's different.
If they would have had Lamar, they would have beat Cincinnati in that playoff game. You add Lamar, and that's the thing. Health's a big issue.
It is.
I hate to predict injuries.
Me too,
I don't
but
want
I'm
to
predicting
see.
that.
I don't want to see anyone in the
Me neither.
NFL get
Me
hurt.
neither.
No one
No
all
one.
year long.
And
Everybody
I
stay
even
healthy.
coach at the Leroy that like you never wish injuries upon anyone.
Never. Lamar, stay healthy.
Absolutely.
J.K. Dobbins, stay healthy. Odell. The last time we've seen Odell Beckham play football, he would have won the Super Bowl MVP.
He could have definitely.
Hey, he would have.
My take is not because I think that their roster is not better, because absolutely their roster's better.
Their roster's
You know what I mean?
loaded.
If their roster stays healthy and clicking, they could be one.
They really could.
They could, but
I think Cincinnati and Baltimore to win
are
the
close.
division
But
is
I
close.
think Baltimore will just get beat up.
I think Baltimore's defense is a lot better than Cincinnati's.
I do too. I agree on that. But I do not see Baltimore staying healthy. I just don't do it. I mean, Odell ain't played a game in a year and a half.
I love Odell.
Lamar's, I mean, he's always beat up, banged up. I think the end of the year he kind of milked it because he wasn't sure. But I mean, they was there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they can stay healthy.
I think they stay healthy. I think the Ravens,
if they stay healthy, I do. I mean, I would too. But
Odell,
I'm banking they don't.
Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews. Ooh, Lamar's got some weapons. You ready for this hot take?
I'm ready.
Sean Payton.
They got a little Sean Payton hate earlier.
They were hating on Sean Payton.
That's your
earlier.
boy.
I was out there fucking steaming on this one. That's my man.
Windows was fogged up. Looked like it blowed me.
It did. It really did. It was bad. I was mad. I was huffing and puffing out in the car, just fucking furious, talking about my boy Sean Payton. I said when the Broncos fired their coach last year, because Russell Wilson was fucking terrible last year. We all know it. As soon as they fired their coach, I said, if they want to have a chance to fix Russ, they need to hire Sean Payton. And they did. Sean Payton revives the career of Russell Wilson.
I mean,
and I'm not done. They make the playoffs. 3 teams out of the West make the playoffs. Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos. The Broncos lost so many games last year that if their offense would have scored like fucking 19 or 20 points, they would have won. Their defense is loaded. They got good players on defense. I like their offensive players. I like Sutton and like Judy, Hamler, Tim Patrick coming back. They draft that Marvin Mims everyone's talking about. They get P. Ryan. You don't know about Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams can be a stud if he's.
And P. Ryan's solid. I mean,
I like P. Ryan.
I
P. Ryan played great when Mixon was out.
Yeah.
But you don't know about Javonte. There's reports that he'll be ready. There's reports that he'll miss the whole damn season. I don't know. I think Denver needs to go out. There's 3 guys available, and I think if I'm Denver, I would sign one of them. I would sign Kareem Hunt, I would sign Leonard Fournette, or I would sign Zeke Elliott. I think you pair one of those guys with P. Ryan until Javonte's ready, and I think that's a decent duo.
So Hunter Brown's got a question for you.
Hunter Brown.
And this goes with this. So do you see a chance that Peyton isn't able to turn around Wilson like how Cam Newton went to New England for a revival and nothing happened? Anything's possible.
Anything's possible, but I'm such a Peyton believer. Like, I think he's one of the best coaches in football, and he's an offensive genius.
But I mean, is it hard to believe?
It's hard for me to believe that Russell fell off the fucking face of the earth
in 1 year.
That's
what I was going to say, because
he'd started to decline a little, but not like that.
I mean, everyone's talking like bring back Russell. I mean, it's only been 1 year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a new team. I mean, kind of I mean, you left Seattle and that was home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of things play factor. I mean, I don't know what it is or what, I mean, I don't know. Denver has a really good team offensively too. I mean, he had some weapons, and Russell Wilson shit to bed.
He was awful.
And I mean, if this,
I'll tell you one
if
thing,
this ain't it, I mean,
I'll tell you one
do
thing.
you see Sean? If this ain't it for Russ, do you see Sean kicking him out?
Sean Payton is not going to be Sean Payton is not the type of coach that's going to leave him in week after week after week.
But who's next?
They signed, and this is not your long-term answer, obviously.
But that's what I'm saying.
Shit.
The next guy up, obviously.
They signed the guy that came on for Derek Carr, I'm pretty sure, last year. The quarterback that came on for Carr for the Raiders. I can't think of his name.
But regardless, there's no way you're going to say that guy's going to be better than Russ. So, I mean, you probably just ride it out. You know what I mean? And then if you do. But,
I don't know.
And if you're mediocre, then what do? Because you ain't going to draft a quarterback mediocre.
Suck and draft.
You know what I mean? But
next year, there's supposedly a lot of good quarterbacks. Depends on how bad you suck. I don't think they're going to suck. I believe in Sean Payton.
They got a pretty good team.
They got a real good fucking
you know what I mean?
team,
and
they do.
And if Russ ain't it's hard because if you're middle of the pack, you can't get a quarterback. You know what I mean?
Really good team, man. I do. I believe Sean Payton. I believe the Russell revival is happening. I need that on a shirt. I think I need that on a shirt. The Russell.
I got one here for
revival.
us Philly fans. You ready for that?
Fly, Eagles,
this
fly.
ain't nothing crazy.
Anybody in Philly? Anybody in Philly watching this? I don't even know how many people we got
They
watching,
should
if
be.
anybody. I don't know. All right, go ahead.
First, I'll stick here with Hunter Brown.
Steak sauce. Steak sauce with Hunter Brown? Is that what you said?
First, I'll stay here with Hunter
Stay
Brown.
here.
Stay here.
I think
He
you
said,
steak
how many years do you
sauce.
think Peyton will be in Denver?
I think Peyton will be in Denver for a while. I don't think he's going nowhere.
Okay. And he said, could you imagine Caleb Williams and Peyton together if this year doesn't pan out for Wilson?
I don't think they'll be that bad.
Yeah, they won't. And I don't think they have enough to give up to go that bad. Because if you're that bad, the team's staying there. The team's going to stay there to get a quarterback.
I don't think they're even in that range.
I mean, because even if you're like Arizona or somebody that I think is going to be bad, I think they'll probably say, hey, I'm out with Kyler and I'm getting a quarterback.
Yep. I agree. I don't.
And he said, someone please clip the part of Den saying fly, Eagles, fly.
What?
Yeah. I like
fly,
it.
Eagles, fly, Hunter Brown.
So I got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith both at 1,000 yards again.
That's weak.
It's not weak. I mean,
That's
that's
weak.
solid.
That's weak.
That's solid. That's good for two wide receivers.
That's a gimme.
That's not a gimme.
That's a gimme.
Two wide receivers on the same team, 1,000 yards, that's not a gimme.
You know, this is my last one.
Really? I got two.
Oh, well, you go ahead and give me one. I'll tell you what. I've got a couple extra.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're good. I don't know how long we've been on here.
We're at an hour.
Okay. We got to hurry. We're going to definitely have to cut because we only got half hour left.
1,500 is a lot, Hunter Brown. Oh, Bill Lord is in Central PA.
Bill, what is the best cheesesteak
Oh,
in Philadelphia? Bill, tell me.
Bill Lord.
Bill Lord, best cheesesteak that you've had in Philly.
And what do you like on them? Because I'm very picky.
Cheese.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. People like peppers and onions.
Yeah, I don't do
I
that.
don't either.
I just want cheese.
Me too. I like mayonnaise with it too.
You don't get mayonnaise.
Oh yeah,
Ugh, that's gross.
a little bit of mayonnaise.
He loves white creamy shit.
He said, "Hate to tell you, I'm only in PA temporarily."
Shit,
So
Bill.
he don't count.
Shit,
Bill don't
Bill.
count. Bill, come on, Bill.
Damn
don't
it,
be, Don't
Bill.
be pulling that.
All right. Give me what you got. Oh, was that yours? Okay, I got an extra one. You said that. What did you say about Aaron Rodgers? Or you said the Jets would make the
I think
playoffs.
Jets be in.
I do not think the Jets make the playoffs, and this is Aaron Rodgers' last season. Retires. Aaron Rodgers retires after this season.
So you don't think the Jets will make the playoffs?
I think they're going to be in it right till the end, but I do not think they make it.
And who do you think is going to make it out of that division? Just
Miami.
the Dolphins?
Just the Dolphins. I got 3 out of the West.
Whew.
I got 3 out of the West. I think it's going to come down to Denver and Denver, Buffalo, and New York fighting for that one spot, and I am rolling with Sean Payton. All right, go ahead.
I got
Go ahead.
I think Arizona is going to be the worst team. I think Kyler's still healing. I think they're going to have a rough start. I see potential. They could have like a couple early picks, first and second.
They have
Kinda
the
like
Texans. They have the
Kinda like
Texans
Houston
first
did.
pick.
I don't think they're going to just shit to bed and kind of crash for a draft pick, but I just don't. I don't see him. I can't. I mean, they float around talking about trading Hopkins. I mean, trading Buda Baker, and I haven't heard nothing on Baker lately.
I ain't either.
But I still. I mean, there's still opportunities to be traded. I don't see him paying. And honestly, this could be the last year for Kyler Murray out of Arizona Cardinals.
I think it depends on how he plays. I actually also have kind of who I think is going to be the last, and I got it down to 3 teams. I kind of looked at their rosters last night. Because I also had the Cardinals at the worst team because I don't think Kyler is going to be ready. I think they're going to deal D-Hop, and I think they're going to deal Buda. That's big fucking losses right there. So if that happens, then I think that they are the worst team. But if D-Hop and Buda stay, I have the Rams as the worst team in football.
Wow.
I hate. You know who the Rams 2 and 3 are at wide receiver? Ben Skoranek and Van Jefferson.
Wow.
That's awful. And no disrespect, because Ben Skoranek he caught some balls, and
But Cooper's out for a while.
Van Jefferson, he's a good deep guy, but that's your 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford does not look like the same Matt Stafford.
He's not going to.
He's getting near the end.
Because Cooper's not a 1.
I like.
I mean, he's
Whoa.
obviously he's. I'm just saying in that spot, he's not in a 1 out on the outside spot guy.
Like Cooper Kupp catching like 150.
Yeah, I mean he's a number 1 wide receiver, but he's not in the number 1 spot.
I love.
You know, I mean,
Kupp,
he's more of a
but
slot
they
move guy.
Ain't got shit.
I
And
mean,
I don't like that team. Aaron Donald on defense. I don't like anybody.
But
I
don't even know if he wants to play.
I don't like that team at all. I think the Rams and the Titans. The Rams, Titans, and Cardinals are like my top 3.
I get it.
The Rams, if they get the chance to keep Caleb Williams in Southern Cal. Caleb Williams staying in California, being the Rams, that'd be nice. Marvin Harrison Jr. going to number 2 to Arizona or Tennessee. That'd be nice. That's all of our. Oh no, I got one more.
I got one more.
All right, go ahead.
And I think it's pretty simple. Not a Cowboy fan at all. Hate him. But I got Micah Parsons. I think he's going to lead the NFL in sacks.
Micah Parsons is leading. Switching to end, he's just going to rush the passer.
Let me
the
tell
whole
you,
time.
He's a Philly guy.
He does. He loves them.
Dude, as much as I can't believe they don't shut him out.
He loves them.
And old Howie Roseman's good at old. There's no way Jerry Jones trades him to Philly.
They're
but
fucking
if,
recruiting.
But if anybody can do it, Philly can do it.
They're
I
recruiting.
mean, how he's wearing Philly jerseys. There's no way you wear. I don't care what basketball team you're supporting. He could have wore a Sixers shirt that said Sixers, but he come out there in a Philly jersey, rocking the game, and I love it.
He might be there.
I love it.
He might be there one day.
Could you imagine that?
He might be
Sheesh.
there. All right, my last prediction. You are going to like this. It is my Super Bowl prediction. My book it 10th prediction. The Philadelphia Eagles defeat the Cincinnati Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
I like that. Garth had a little take on you real quick.
What up, Garth?
He said,
beautiful man, you.
He says, which record is most likely to get broken this season?
Jamar Chase.
Chase breaking?
Randy Moss touchdown record. I almost went with it, man. I said 20, but I wanted to do it.
And it's a throwing league now, so I don't think that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Not.
I don't think it's crazy. I mean,
Jamar Chase 24 touchdown receptions. That would break Randy Moss's record.
And Garth, you're not wrong. Garth's not wrong here. He said, and how if Vrabel's a top 5 coach, how are they a bottom 3 team?
Listen, Garth. Listen.
First of all, let's explain to these people listening that this guy thinks Mike Vrabel's a top 5 coach.
I love Mike Vrabel. I think he's an outstanding coach, but that team they drafted bad. They fucked up with Malik Willis. Now I'm fine with Levis. I think Levis in the second round. In the second round, Levis, that's a good pick.
No. Wait till you hear this one. Oh, your boy Bach said Herbert ceiling is Matt Ryan.
Well, if he makes it to the Super Bowl, I'm good with that. If he makes the Super Bowl this year, I'm good with that.
He gets blown out.
Let's go.
Or
with
come
it.
back.
I'm cool.
Come back.
I'm a closet Chargers fan, baby. Bolt up. Let's go. All right. Moving on.
That's a minute.
We'll try to get through this kind of quick. We won't talk about it as much because I know we're running a little bit short on time.
Yeah, so, really.
How much time we got?
8:15, 8:30.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Bauer ain't like.
He's not ready to rock and roll at 8 o'clock. He's he needs after 8.
Ah, well,
Even better.
even better.
Even better.
Even better than. Even
Oh, we're
Yeah,
rolling.
listen. Hey, will you hand me something to drink?
What do you want?
I don't care because this right here
Water,
is the
Gatorade?
worst fucking thing. Gatorade. This
That's
is the
tiger
worst.
piss.
That's tiger piss.
Cherry or blue?
I don't care. Surprise me. All right, let's go. So the NFL schedule. Everybody's excited. What the fuck is that? I need 2 of them. What the fuck is this? Look at
He's
this.
thirsty.
Look at this thing. That's what he gives me to fucking drink. Yes. That's what he gives me to drink.
I'm good.
So,
I'm good.
so
I stay hydrated.
NFL. I did too.
Whole body hydration.
If you want, you can pour
Water.
you a little drink of that in the cup. It's the worst thing I've ever drank in my life. Awful. All right. NFL schedule released this week. Everybody's excited. They love the NFL schedule. Love it. I mean, it's like the first sign. NFL draft.
Yeah.
Schedule release.
It's just football.
Football's here.
It's just
like
football.
football is here. So we made our little list of games during the season that we like, that we're excited about.
I got a lot of them.
I do too.
I don't know if it's just because it's not here.
we
and I'm like
won't-
excited or
we
what.
won't talk a lot about all of them, but what do you got? Which a lot of our games are probably going to be.
I mean,
the same.
opening up, Detroit, Kansas City. I mean, Thursday night, I want to see what Detroit's got.
I'm pumped.
Everybody talking about Detroit. We both think they drafted well. I mean, we're okay with Jared Goff. I mean, I'm excited to see what
I'm
Detroit
pumped.
Lions are ready
I'm
to do.
pumped for that game. Lions are getting 7 points.
But
already.
I wish it was home
you're a betting man.
for Detroit. It's in
Yeah, but
Kansas City.
Super Bowl.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, Kansas City will probably be there. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
It's going to be an interesting. My game of the week 1. I'm sitting right here beside Jeremy Barker off camera. I am also a closet Miami Dolphins fan.
Uh-oh.
Fins up.
Fins
But
up.
my boys bolt up. Chargers Dolphins week
Ooh.
1. Do you know how excited I am as a football fan to watch that game? That's going to be exciting. Tua, Waddle, Tyreek, a chain, Mostert. A chain, I love a chain. I think a chain is going to be a steal in the draft for the Dolphins. And then my boy Herbie, Eckler, Mike Williams, Johnston, Keenan Allen. Whew. But my boy Jalen Ramsey on the other side.
Brandon Wilson wants to know if he can donate on Tuesday. Will it still be available?
It'll be open.
Okay,
Yes.
yes. The man Barker said yes, it will be open.
Yeah, we're not going to shut it down until donations trickle down to like 2 or 3 days without a single one.
Okay. So we're gonna wait. Yeah, it'll keep going. He said we'll keep it rolling until money kind of starts trickling down. A couple days, not getting much. So, and he'll post everything. Will be posted. He's pretty good about keeping everything updated.
And my last week 1 game was Jets Bills Monday Night Football.
I had that one too. Another one I had that you didn't put. I want to Green Bay and Chicago. Just kind of ready to see what Love's got. You know what I mean?
Packers have owned them for so
Yeah,
long.
I mean,
and
I'm
now it's like,
excited. And plus, I like watching Fields as much as we hate Ohio State. I like watching Fields. I like Fields. You know what I mean? The fans drive me crazy.
Where the fuck did my pen go? There it is. All right. My you got any? My next.
And you did say
game-
Buffalo and Jets, right?
Yes.
Yes, I like that. I like that.
That's just a good way to start the season.
I agree.
Buffalo against that Jet defense. Sauce going to pick off Josh Allen probably 3 times. Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson.
Week 2.
I don't have any.
Week 2.
I don't have any more games. Like I tried to get just the real good ones that I really
Yeah.
liked. I don't have another game till week 7. so
Obviously, I'm going to be a homer.
go at it.
But I told you I'd like to Thursday night, Minnesota at Philly.
Yeah.
I'd like to maybe take Leroy to that game.
I think you should do it.
I think it'd be a good one.
I think you should do it.
I think, and plus it's knock on wood. It's early. Maybe everyone will be there. Injuries stay good. You know what I mean? Early in the year, because if you buy tickets early, it sucks if your quarterback or whatever's out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Later in the
But
game.
you should still buy tickets early. They're on sale right now. You should buy them. I looked the other night because we was going to go. My wife, she's a Seattle Seahawks fan, and we was going to go last year and watch the Seahawks and the Lions, and they play once again this year, week 2. And we had talked about going to Detroit to watch the Seahawks.
A couple more I like to see on week 2. I think Kansas City Jags. Always like to watch Trevor Lawrence play. I want to see kind of how Jags. They was sneaking up last year, went on a roll, played well. Kind of want to see if they keep it going to Kansas City. Kansas City's got 2 tough ones back to back. Detroit and Jags, 2 scrappy teams that I think is going to be coming ready to play. I can't believe you didn't pick it, but I do got Cleveland and Pitt. It's a late game.
We're just going to dominate. Don't really excite me.
Jesus,
Don't really
we're just
don't
going to
really-
dominate.
Don't really excite me.
I like it. On to week 3.
Najee Harris gonna Najee Harris is going to run for a $140 and 2 touchdowns. Pat Fryermuth's probably going to catch 2 touchdowns.
Top 15 tight end.
Roll. Steelers roll.
I didn't have nothing on week 3. What about you?
My next game is legitimately week 7.
Gee, man.
I didn't put a lot. I just wanted to put like the big ones that
I got buddy there. I'm excited.
Ooh.
I got week 4 here. Detroit and Green Bay. Like I said, we'll get to kind of see what love is. Detroit, we're going to kind of see a few weeks in how they are. You know, I mean, are they the team that everyone's hyped up, or are they going to fall? That's on a Thursday night game. Kansas City and Jets. I think that could be a throwdown. Kind of see what the Jets are. See what Aaron Rodgers. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes is going to be a show. I mean, definitely should be. Then Monday night, Seattle and the Giants. I mean, kind of get to see what both of the teams that's a little lower up, scraping in, seeing what they are.
You know, people's torn. Like, everybody says they like Seattle. I like Seattle, I think, too much. I love Seattle.
You do, and I don't only think it's
I
because
love
of Britt.
I love
I you know,
no,
what I mean, it's just
I like
you've
the
been on board.
Seahawks
I mean,
because it's my wife's team. But no, I love what the Seahawks are doing.
But on realistic, I mean, if you watch a little bit of football on paper too, these guys they're getting loaded.
They're
you know what I
getting
mean?
loaded.
They're drafting well. They got
last year's draft class was fucking outstanding.
and they don't even have an
Then-
outstanding quarterback.
Then you get Witherspoon to pair with Tariq Woolen in the defensive backfield. You bring Bobby Wagner back. Jordan Brooks,
And even if
stud,
Wagner's not, I mean, the top tier linebacker, what's he going to do?
He's still gonna be fine.
He's going to mold them
He
dudes.
gonna fucking,
You know what I mean? He's going to mold them guys,
be a tackle
and they're
machine.
all going to be good.
He's gonna be all over the place like he was last year. He's
You
gonna be
even
good.
flirting around saying what this shaping to breathe a Legion of Boom.
This is a new
I mean,
Legion
we
of
was-
Boom. I would love to see Jamal Adams. That's another guy, man, that every year gets hurt. Witherspoon, Woolen, Adams, Diggs. They brought Ryan over from the Giants. That defensive backfield's fucking loaded, man. Seattle, Lockett, DK, JSN, Fant.
I think they'll be. I think
And
I think
people
they'll
act
be
like
good.
the Charbonnet pick's bad. For fantasy, yeah, because he was most people said he was the second or third best back in the draft, but pairing him with Kenneth Walker owners, don't worry. It's not going to go anywhere.
Hunter
He's going to be a
Brown-
stud.
Hunter
It's going to
Brown
be
as
like
well.
Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon.
Said he'll send some on Friday. Bark said when he gets paid again. Even if the link's down, he'll just cash app at the den. Hope all clears up soon enough. One love.
One love.
And he's a regular. I don't know if
Next.
Bart knows him or not, but
Hunter Brown is one of our favorites.
he is. He's top 3. It's hard to say top 1, but he's top 3.
He's top 3.
Let me tell you,
God, that's disrespect.
that Philly makes him real.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So week 5, you got anything?
Jesus, no. Week 7 is my next game. My
man.
next game is
I think
week
it's a good
7.
one, and I'm surprised you didn't pick it. Cowboys and
7.
Niners. I think
That is a good
I
one.
think it'd be a good one. I mean, they're
That's a
both
good one.
really good teams, really high
I
tier
hate
teams.
the Dallas Cowboys.
Me too.
I fucking hate
Me
them.
too.
I hate him. I can't get excited watching him. I hate him. I hate Dak Prescott. I just don't like him. How you miss 5 fucking games and still lead the league in interceptions? I don't like him.
Well, he throws the ball to other teams.
I don't like him. I don't like him. I'm sorry, Cowboy fans.
Week 6, I got a few here. Denver and Kansas City. Like I said, by week 6, I think we're going to know what the Russ show is. I think
The Russ show is back.
Is he going to be good? And if so, then I think this game's going to be really good. If
Barber
not,
and him shitting on Sean Payton earlier. The Russ show is
another one here.
back.
I think Seattle and the Bengals will be a good one.
I don't know why I didn't put that because I think that will be a very interesting game, Seattle and Cincinnati.
And then I got Philly and the Jets. I think if they're both top tier teams like they should, I think it'd be a good throwdown.
Week 7, Dolphins and Eagles.
Got it, baby. 8:30. Ooh, that's exciting.
Dolphins,
Is that the
Eagles.
one you had though for week 7?
Oh, no, I also have another one.
Who's your other
I
one?
have the Chargers
And
and
Kansas
the
City.
Chiefs. Oh,
I
I'm ready
figured
for one of those.
that's a 4:00 game too
You
as
can hand
well.
me one
And
of
I think
those,
that'd be a good
Barker.
one.
Look at this. It's about
Is
time,
it time?
for
I'll
a
take one.
cupcake
I'll take
break.
it. And this guy saved me the strawberry one.
That's kind of bullshit.
He saved me the strawberry one.
Listen,
If he was into it, I'd probably give him
we
a handy.
got to have
He's just not in. He might be
a
into
lot
it.
of people are frowning upon when you eat on a video.
No. Well, time out though.
Not us.
But
Listen,
they
I'm
might
big
not ever
man,
had one of these.
and that's true.
I mean, if
That's true.
I don't care what you're doing. I
Why-
mean,
why
mid stroke,
is
I would
that?
probably still eat this thing.
Lemon. I don't like lemon, and this smells amazing. Cupcake break. Rainy
man.
Sunday
I'm
cupcake
excited
break.
about this. Strawberry is my absolutely favorite. And there is no other one I need to get anytime I order them. And it's not that because like the other ones aren't good. It's just I love strawberry.
That lemon just squirted in my mouth.
Huh. Wasn't me the first time.
That is crazy.
That strawberry's so good.
Dude, I wish you would have ate this lemon.
I don't want that lemon.
No, dude.
I want this
telling you.
strawberry.
I promise. That lemon.
Have you ever seen the movie American Pie? That's what I could do to this cupcake.
Picture sure didn't happen.
You wanna see
Rainy
it?
Sunday cupcakes.
That is a good cupcake.
How fucking good.
That is a good cupcake.
Rainy Sunday
See that?
cupcake
That's
break.
a good cupcake.
Also, donating $5 out of every order to the Hucks and Arms family. So not only are you getting a fabulous cupcake,
And these cupcakes are from around here where we
but
are.
you are helping the cause. All right, cupcake break over. Rainy Sunday, hit them up. All right, whose turn is it?
We are on week 8.
Week 8. Only game I got week 8.
Me too. Got one.
Bengals Niners.
Bengals Niners, baby.
Bengals Niners.
Both
week
good
8.
teams loaded.
I'm excited about
As long
that
as
one.
they have a quarterback that's healthy or know what they're going on, might be a good game. Because Niners are going to be struggling there.
The fuck Niners gonna struggle.
They ain't going to know who to play.
Fuck. You're crazy. You're fucking crazy. Shanahan's fucking going. He knows what's up. All right. Where are we at?
Week 9. 9 a.m. game.
Oh, I love. Do you know how
9
much I
a.m. game.
love the foreign games?
It's nice.
love it.
It's nice to wake up.
Wake up, football at 9 in the fucking
I
morning.
like it.
I love it.
But if you're not a morning person, I understand it. It does suck because you like miss it. You know what I mean?
It sucks with fantasy sometimes too because it's harder. Sometimes
get
it's
up
hard
earlier.
for people to get up and check.
I'm
their
sure these
shit.
fantasy boys here got to get up early and grind or stay up
Fantasy.
late. And
Worst thing about fantasy is when you get shitty owners. Check your shit, people.
you know who's good at that?
Me.
Andy Dalton.
Oh, I thought you meant who's good at
He
fantasy.
always had him draft for him. It was like auto draft.
Ryan never picks his own team. Auto drafts every fucking time. Every time.
That's how he load up.
What week we on?
I don't know.
I'm
Week
on a-
9. We're on week 9. Remember 9 a.m. game. Miami, Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm
yes,
ready for
sir.
that.
That'd be early too.
Bills Bengals. Week 9. That's a nice one.
Oh yeah, I got a Dallas and Philly too.
Of course. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's always usually a good game.
My next one, you got
You got,
anything?
you got any more week 9?
No.
I do.
Go ahead.
Your boys, Chargers and Jets. 8:30
Chargers,
game.
Go Chargers, go.
Go Chargers.
Go Chargers, go.
Week 10, bro. Week 10.
I don't have none.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Oh, Detroit and Chargers. I think that'd be a good one. And then I got your Denver Broncos
They're not my Denver
and the
Broncos.
Buffalo Bills.
I am a closet Chargers, Dolphins, Seahawks fan. I'm not a Broncos fan. I just like Sean
That's an
Payton.
8:30 game. I think Denver and Bills, obviously, by week 10, we'll know what's going on with the Denver, how they're doing, and kind of see. And you got the Bills not making the playoffs. So
I do. It's right. I'm sad that Hux is here.
I said it was going to be a down year for Buffalo.
I said it, her Bucks say our Hux say some of our takes were shit, and I said wait till he gets loaded with this one, and yeah, I have Buffalo not making the playoffs, and the Vikings. Week 11, Eagles Chiefs.
that's a good one.
Yeah, that should be a nice
That's a
one.
good one. And that's a Monday night game.
Yeah.
Week 11, Chicago and Detroit. Late in the year, Chicago probably going to try and knock them off.
I love when we get to the late year.
You know what I mean? 'Cause that's what happens.
Games are so important.
And
It's just
it's week 11. We didn't have Chicago obviously winning the division, and Detroit's going to be up there. So I think that, Chicago's going to be like, hey, this is our chance to knock them off.
Thanksgiving Day. I love me some Turkey Day football. We got the Packers and the Lions. I think that's all right. We got the Commanders and the Cowboys. And we end the night, which, God, it's so hard to stay awake all day. I always try to take out mid-afternoon naps so I can watch the late game because the late game is always the best one. San Francisco 49ers and Seattle Seahawks.
That's a good game.
That's nice.
That's a good game.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm telling you, everybody's got San Francisco.
What week you on here?
We'll be going to 13.
Is this 12 you're on now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's on San Francisco, and I am too. I love San Francisco. Don't be surprised if the Seahawks don't win that division. I think they're going to fight it all year long. I am a Geno believer. I think Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet, I think can tear it apart. DK, Lockett, Jackson Smith, and Jigba is nasty. And that defense, that defense is going to cause problems. Watch out for the Seahawks. Go Hawks, Michael Meadows.
You like him.
I like him. Steelers actually play New Year's Eve in Seattle. I keep telling my wife, just think we could do New Year's Eve
remember,
in Seattle.
order them. Go ahead and order them. That's what you tell me. She'd be happy.
Go ahead.
Week 12?
If you want. If
I got one on here.
All I wrote was the Thanksgiving.
I got
game.
one on here. Buffalo and Philly.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think it'd be a good game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Week 13.
Bengals, Jags.
Oh, I didn't have that one.
Bengals, Jaguars. Monday Night Football, I believe it was. Neil Crabtree
I
wants
got
to
two
go.
on week 13. I got Seattle and Dallas. I think it'll be a good game. Both be top-tier teams. And I got the rematch of the Niners and the Philly.
Hey, bye.
Be a good one.
Oh, I must have missed the Niners and Philly. I have 14. I got 5 games.
Me too. I
with
got
14.
4. I got 4.
I got 5. I got Seahawks, Niners.
Got it.
Bills, Chiefs.
Got it.
Broncos, Chargers.
Got it.
Eagles, Cowboys.
Absolutely.
And I wrote this one on here because I really believe this. This is week 14. It's later in the season. This is going to matter. I really believe it. Panthers, Saints. I got the Panthers winning the division.
Yeah, you do. That could be down.
I
the
got
end.
Bryce.
I mean, that
and
game's
the
going to be
Panthers.
that game's going to be important
because I think it's going to be Panthers, Saints, and Falcons fighting all year long.
All right, we got a couple takes on here real quick.
Takes.
Hunter Brown. He says, "Can she make like a rum cupcake with a little bit of rum in it,
She
like
don't do
cheese,
alcohol,
like
does she?
cheesecake icing? I'm drinking and
Because it's illegal at
Oh, gotcha.
cottage bakery.
Maybe.
maybe
Wink,
wink."
Maybe wink, wink.
And,
Hunter. I'm coming to
famous
Detroit.
cardboard
I'm
hero
coming to Detroit
said
in
she should make
August.
Jaeger bomb cupcakes. Whew.
Raj would eat a fucking dead rat's
Raj would-
asshole if you put Jaeger in it.
Raj would definitely American Pie it.
Raj would do anything. Raj bought my whole table today at Dakota's. He bought the whole table a double Jaeger bomb
Ugh.
made like a drink just because they would only serve him one at a time.
He-
So he's like, all right, give us each one.
And he also said, Den almost has more teams than Neil Crabtree now.
No, I do, man. I am approaching the status. Like, I haven't bought a hat or anything yet of anybody but Steelers, but I do, man. I'm at the point now where, like, I got my team, but there's a lot of teams now that I really like and I
Well,
really love to
it's
watch
nice
play.
to
I
have some
I don't-
players.
Gifted a Dolphins hat.
Huh?
You need gifted.
Yes, I needed. If you got a toboggan, it's even better. But yeah, I need me some fins gear. Fins up.
Fin up.
I don't know what I would do week 1 though. Dolphins or Chargers. I'm gonna be torn on that one.
Where we at?
I'm getting ready to go to Christmas Day, week 16.
Sure, all right. Nothing on week 15.
I got nothing. You got something 15?
I mean, I think there'll be. You got Jets and Dolphins that week. I think that'll be a big game that late in the year.
Gotcha.
Dallas and Bills. I think that'll be a good game, important. And you got Philly and Seattle. I think it'll be another
Yeah, them are good.
2-banger.
Christmas Day games.
Uh-oh.
I'm excited about Christmas Day games. I mean, I know a lot of people do the whole family thing. I don't have a big family. Like, my family is my wife, and we go to my mom's house, and that's it. Like, we go to my mom's house, literally. My mom is one of these people that makes Christmas dinner at like 10 a.m. in the morning, and she'll tell you the night before dinner's going to be around 1 o'clock, and then she'll text me or she'll call me and say at 10 o'clock, all right, dinner's going to be done at 11. So I'm literally like done with Christmas festivities by like 1 o'clock. Everything's done. Gifts opened, dinner ate, ready to sleep and watch whatever's on TV. So I love Christmas games. Raiders Chiefs. Listen, I'm sorry. I know Arms I don't know if he actually listens to this
Do
or
you
not.
really think the Raiders and Chiefs will be a good game?
No, but these are the Christmas Day
Oh, okay,
games.
okay,
There's only 3 games on
I got
Christmas
you.
Day.
I got you.
I think the Raiders are going to be ass. I
Yeah.
think the Raiders are terrible. I love Max Crosby. He's one of the best defensive players in football. I actually like Tyree Wilson. Was it Tyree Wilson?
Yep. So they
The
drafted.
dude they drafted out of Tech, the other edge rusher. I think he's going to help him a lot. Secondary sucks. Linebackers suck. Their fucking number 2 wide receiver is fucking Jacoby Myers. They drafted fucking. They still got Hunter Renfro. Wow.
He's pretty good.
They drafted Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame, and everybody loves Michael Mayer, including me. But when the last time a fucking Notre Dame tight end that was supposed to be good did something? I thought Mike Gesicki was the next Gronk. What has he done? Nothing. So I'm going to pump the brakes on Mayer and Jimmy Garoppolo. What does Jimmy do?
He's a good ball handler.
He
hands
hands
that
off.
baby off.
He hands off so well.
He's a professional hander offer.
He is going to hand the ball off
He
like
is.
a good 16, 17 times a game, and it's going to be elite
Oh, more than that.
handoffs.
Way more than that.
Well,
He's going to average at least 45 handoffs a game.
that's fucking. I have no hopes.
I mean, you got to think. You got Patrick Mahomes out there throwing the ball 54 times.
no hopes for the Raiders.
And Garoppolo hand the ball all 45 times.
No hope for the Raiders at all. Giants and Eagles, Christmas Day. And then the Ravens and 49ers. I think that will be a good one for Christmas Day.
Is this 16, right?
This is 16.
I got Dallas and Miami.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's solid.
The only game I have week 17 is the Bengals and the Chiefs.
I got a few here, actually.
Go for it.
I got Detroit and Dallas. We both picked Detroit to be well. Dallas to be well. I think this loss could mean something. I think Pittsburgh and Seattle could mean something. I got Pitt up kind of high. I got them second, I think, in the division because I got Baltimore trickling down because of injuries.
I think the North is going to be so hard this year.
And the AFC is going to be hard to get to.
Because, like, I'm not the type that, like, says we're going to be, like, every fan base I see when the schedule got released, every person said, oh, hell, we're winning 12 games. Everybody. I looked at my schedule. We're winning 12, 13
but
games.
you could probably win 12 games and maybe still not get in.
I know. I think when I looked at the Steelers schedule, I see 9. I think 9.
I
10
got
wins, maybe.
Chargers and Denver here. I think could be good as well, just because I think both near the end of the season, either they're both going to be in or they're going to be fighting.
Yeah.
So. Week 18.
Week 17.
Yeah, week 17.
Week 17.
Oh, that's what I had for week 17.
Oh, week 17, Bengals Chiefs. That's the only game I got.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
had.
that's what you just
yeah,
did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now we're on week 18.
Week 18 is interesting because you know what game I have? I
got 5.
I literally wrote all of it because every game, week 18, is a division game, and every fucking game, almost every game's going to matter because, like not all of them, because some of them, like Philly, like I said in my bold predictions, you guys are going to have the Division 1.
Gar said Gesicki came out of Penn State.
Did he? I thought he was a Notre Dame kid. He is right. That is right. That is a Penn State guy. Good catch, Garth. Good catch.
He's on it. I'm glad he's listening.
There's some Notre Dame guys though that I thought was going to be really good. But yeah, you're right, Gesicki. But he hasn't done anything, so I don't know. But the whole week 18, whole week.
Have you ever seen him do the gritty? He's got a good gritty.
Garth?
No, Gesicki.
I thought you meant Garth Rose.
Garth
had a good
might.
gritty. I didn't fucking believe that at all. That's it. That is it. That is our schedule breakdown. All right, I know you want to talk about it. So we got, what do you think we got, Bark? What time you want us to be done?
Go till you're done.
Well, I don't want to rush.
Well, we got a couple more takes. Come on, we got it.
Go till you're done.
All right. Well, okay. All right. You want to talk about,
Absolutely. I want to start show off with it.
he wanted to start
I wanted
show
to
off
start this, and as much as he hates it, I know. I even asked him, like, "Are we going to talk about this?" I was like a little kid out there. Like,
This
hey,
was what I
we
wanted to
gonna-
cut if we didn't have time.
are we going to talk about this today?
This is what I wanted to cut because I really don't want to talk about it.
Because everybody doubted it that the Los Angeles Lakers was going to win anything.
We did.
They did.
They did.
Everybody. I mean,
They did.
any ESPN dude or whatever said, "Ha!" Shaq and him laughed about it. Yeah, it was going to be Golden State. And And don't get me wrong.
How funny was it though that when Shaq and Barkley was laughing at AD the other night for leaving in the wheelchair?
And I mean, they do poke at it and stuff. And AD does have injuries. I mean, if you follow, but it's like everyone knocked him out. Everyone said that they had no chance.
Yeah.
And like I said, that if Klay Thompson don't come to play ball, Golden State's not very good.
They were awful.
I mean, because yes, Steph Curry's good. He's great, but besides that, who else? I mean,
they got to change that team.
They got to change rotation or something, because
Draymond Green or Jordan Poole's got to go.
Something's got to change.
One of them two's got to go.
And
I'm surprised that they made it all season. It's hard for me to believe that a dude walked up and punched a dude in the face, and then they're going to just
Play
go
together.
all year with just nothing. I'm shocked that they.
And
made
I mean,
it all year.
I like both of them. I think they're both really good players. I mean, Poole's a stud. I mean, he's had games that he's balled.
You know what?
But then he has had a lot where it's like, where's Poole at? I mean,
you know what they should do?
is he here?
I gotta trade.
Let's
right
hear
now.
it.
End it.
No.
Jordan Poole to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Rudy Gobert. Two big contracts. Gobert and Gobert same way. He just got into it with his teammates. Gobert's they gave up way too much for fucking Rudy Gobert.
For sure.
Way too much. Poole for Gobert. Who says no to that?
Yeah. I mean,
Who says no?
I agree.
Who says no? Get another shooter with Ant. All right.
So
Go ahead. Continue
so
your
we'll let
LeBron fucking love.
Absolutely. I mean, my God, everyone, you guys just hate on, and I don't like the standpoint of how he does show stuff and says stuff, because I don't follow the politics. I try to stay out of it. That's just me.
I don't do politics.
You know what I mean? But some people truly do. You know what I
they
mean?
do.
And he's done well. I mean, he stays out of trouble. I mean, he's came from the bottom. I mean, this dude was what,
Came from the bottom now.
19 years old, and I mean, he had the whole NBA on his shoulders at one time. I mean, and he's been the best in the league for a long time.
No argument.
A long time. And I mean, it's a lot like Tom Brady at times. Either you like the guy or you hate the guy. Now, if you're a respected NBA watcher and you like sports, then you should absolutely 110% respect what LeBron James has done, because in 4 or 5 years, it's going to be like, man, you remember when LeBron was there? I mean, he dominated. You know what I mean? He's
I
been
hate
around.
LeBron. I hate LeBron.
I mean,
but I say this all the fucking time. I say he's the second best player of all time. What is wrong with that?
Oh, nothing.
If you tell me that I'm the second best at anything in the fucking world, fuck yeah. I'm the second best.
And you agree it's debatable.
It is.
It is.
It is debatable. I understand. We're never going. I hate debating the old and the new.
Because you
I
can't.
hate
I
it.
mean,
you can't do it.
It's anything. It's any sport. Anything you talk about that this guy's. If they can never physically fight or play or do anything the same exact time at the same year
wish we
against
had a
each other,
fucking
you'll
time.
never know
I
who's
wish
better.
we had a fucking time machine.
Me
and we
too,
could-
because
and we
LeBron will
could
whip
see.
that ass.
Michael Jordan would smoke that fool and
You're
then go smoke a
crazy.
cigar
You're
afterwards
crazy.
and fucking bet on
You're
him the next
crazy.
game LeBron to lose. God, it'd be so good. But I have no problem with LeBron. In my opinion, he's the second greatest basketball player in the history of the game. That's
Anyways,
great. But anyway, playoffs. We're almost set.
it's grinded
almost
down.
set. Tomorrow is Game 7. Philly 76ers and
got?
Celtics.
Game 7.
I'm sticking, and I don't like it. I'm sticking Philly. I was appalled the other night watching Game 6. Last 4 minutes of the game, and Joel Embiid doesn't touch
Just
the
let
fucking
you guys know he's
ball.
got Denver winning it all.
Joel Embiid doesn't. The MVP of the league didn't touch the ball for the last 4 minutes of the game. I just don't understand it. And you know what? I will say, I was ready. I told myself this, and as this was happening, I told myself this. I cannot wait for Saturday to fucking crucify this dude, because Jason Tatum had one of the worst fucking games. He was like 1 for 14, and I'm like, this is a closeout game, and this dude just dropped this.
I mean,
And then he just fucking blew up, hit like 4 threes in a row. He outscored the Sixers by himself in the fourth quarter.
But Boston.
So I apologize for
yeah,
that
but
take.
now Boston's always been the. I mean, who are you going to keep?
Boston's deep.
They
They're
are.
so deep.
They are. I mean, they're all over the place.
Deep, man. Boston's deep. And I don't know what's going to happen if Brown is going to leave in the offseason. I don't know. But I still think whoever wins, like Miami's a cute story. Jimmy's tough.
Yeah.
Everybody loves fucking Jimmy Butler. He played.
But eventually,
he's done.
Yeah.
He's done. Next round, I don't care who wins. Philly, Boston, Miami's done. But I'll tell you who's a dog, and I hate to see him not in Dallas. Jalen Brunson.
That dude's a baller.
That dude, he carried Dallas when Luka was out, and he was so good. And I honestly, I thought he would be good, but I did not expect him to play as good as he did this year.
Yeah.
He is a fucking dog,
He's a dog.
man.
He's a dog.
But I love him. And
So you got L.A. or Denver? Denver.
I got Denver. Man.
You're a hater.
I'm sorry.
What makes you think Denver's a better team?
Dude, they just rolled. They're rolling everybody. They're rolling people, man. They're rolling.
All right, we'll see.
I just think Denver, and I know it's going to upset you even more, but I think it's Denver in 5.
Whoa, Jesus.
Denver in 5.
That's big.
Denver in 5.
I don't think so. No, I mean, it's
Well,
hard.
of course you don't think so. You're wearing a fucking LeBron jersey underneath your shirt.
Well, hey, buddy, it is what it is. LBJ. No, let me, on that. So we played baseball today before all the
I
rain.
love Leroy baseball.
So and it was rain here, crazy.
Yeah,
so,
it was bad.
but before noon we had a game and we got the field and everything ready. And after we lined the field up, the chalk bag busted. And I told Connor, I said, "Look, Connor," and I grabbed the chalk and I threw it up in the air. I said, "LeBron James, baby," is what I told him. So I had my own like little
do
LeBron
you remember
moment right
when
there.
I used to powder toss before beer pong?
Oh yeah,
I
oh
used
yeah.
to do the LeBron
yeah.
James powder toss before we played beer pong.
We won a lot of beer pong games.
We'll have a lot of beer pong games. Listen, if you're listening and you aren't around here and you would like to challenge your talent in beer pong, come find us because we'll show you how it's done.
Kind of like the Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
It was really good. Like, they're really that good. Really that good.
There's a couple people out there like, "Oh, we beat you before, beat you by myself," and realistically,
They would show up to parties like 3 a.m. though. Once we're already
I mean,
trash.
but you can't expect to win every game every
No,
time.
Michael Jordan didn't win them all.
No, exactly. And sometimes you live by the shot and you die by the shot.
Exactly.
I mean, we had like 6 rebuttals one day. I mean, sometimes you got to live by it and die by it.
Goat.
But it's what it is.
Goat. So, who you got? Philly or Boston tomorrow?
Philly.
Game 7. You got Philly too.
Philly. And I think
It's in Boston though,
and I
right?
think Philly will advance.
You got Philly beaten, and then you got the Lakers.
I got the Lakers.
Are you sticking with the Lakers winning it all?
I got Lakers winning.
You got the Lakers. I'm changing. I'm going Nuggets winning it all.
I got Lakers. Lake show.
I've said Philadelphia the whole
Lake
time.
show.
I'm switching. I've seen enough from Denver. I'm going Denver winning.
It just seems like Philadelphia or Boston just can't finish it. You know what I mean? It just seems when you need their
they really can't.
and they're not it don't seem like they're not deep enough for someone else to help. I mean, like the Lakers, LeBron don't have to put up 30. AD don't have to put up 30. You know what I mean? They got Reeves. You know what I mean? They got Russell D'Angelo. You know what I mean? They got players that Hachimura puts up points at times. I mean, Schroeder puts up. I mean, they got players that can put up 13 to 20 points. And if you got 2 of those guys, LeBron can put up 23. AD can put up 13 and 20 rebounds. That's fine.
Healthy AD is a big difference.
It is, but he's never healthy.
I know he's not.
He's never healthy.
Never.
And he don't. I mean, he as long as he's out there. I mean, the dude's a force to wreck with. I mean, he is.
You know, this isn't playoff related, and I didn't even have this on the page, but Tuesday night is the NBA draft lottery. That's big because somebody is winning the Victor I can't say this fucking name. Wembanyama sweepstakes.
I'm glad you
Victor Wembanyama. Victor, say that.
I
Victor
hate the NBA draft.
Wembanyama.
I hate it. I hate how the way
I
pick.
do too.
I just
It's awful.
if anything
Most
can
of
be
the-
set up and
most of the
rigged, it can be
guys-
at.
Most of the guys get drafted, you don't even fucking see them for 3 years because it's a bunch of foreign guys.
Yeah.
Don't even see them. But the three teams that who are the three teams that have the favorite? The Spurs, the Pistons. I don't remember who the other one was.
Sure.
Spurs, Pistons, and Rockets. Spurs, Pistons, and Rockets are the
Could be
favorite.
good on Pistons.
Who do you want to see get Victor
Pistons.
W?
Pistons.
Spurs.
Pistons.
See, to me, I feel like the NBA. This is how I also feel about the Knicks. Like, I'm glad the Knicks are good again. Certain sports are better when certain teams are good, and that's how I feel like San Antonio. Like, I love Pop. Greg Popovich is one of the best coaches
Time
of
to
all
walk
time.
away.
It's getting there.
It's time to walk away.
I would love to see Pop win the draft lottery and get a year or two with Victor W. We'll just say W. That
Yeah,
sounds
that's fair.
good. Victor W.
Victor W.
Because he's a unicorn. He's an alien. He's going to be a star. He's going to be good. Scoot Henderson will be the second pick in the NBA draft. Dude's a fucking baller. You might not get the alien and Victor, but you're getting a future all-star with Scoot Henderson.
I like it. But
That's-
like I said, I
That's
want him to go
Tuesday-
Detroit
that's
just because
Tuesday night.
I got a buddy that likes Detroit.
Bob.
And I think Detroit's solid. I think Detroit has.
You think Bob's watching us right now?
No, he'll listen.
You don't think he's watching?
No.
I mean, he ain't doing nothing.
He was out at Pay Lake earlier, I guess.
He's probably at the pay
Stays
right
ready to go
now.
home.
Bullshit, Bob.
Early night, Saturday night, ready to go to
I
bed.
dressed up for you, Bob. All right. Is that it for NBA? So are we ready to get into the last thing?
That's it. I'm excited.
All right.
I'm just excited because they won.
Real and raw, we always like to bring you a little bit something extra, a little bit something not sports related. We like to do a little draft. We had a candy bar draft not too long ago. Had a candy bar draft not too long
Yeah,
ago.
and this
Now,
guy.
I feel
do you
like I
want
got
to bring it
screwed.
up? Do you want to bring it up?
Listen,
You get
listen,
hurt every time I say it.
listen. I got screwed. I still won the candy bar draft without
Not
a
even
doubt.
close. Not
Without
even
a
close.
doubt.
We got a guy right here saying no.
I won the candy bar draft without a doubt. But
Uh-huh.
I tried to get M&Ms, and they said
He tried to sneak. Bill Belichicking me. Sneaking, cheating.
M&M is a candy bar.
That's not a candy bar.
It's right there with all the candy bars. It's a milk
Just because it's in the same aisle
it's a
doesn't
milk
mean it's a candy
chocolatey
bar.
goodness treat.
It's a bag of candy.
It's a candy
It's
bar.
a bag of candy. It's not a bar.
It's a candy bar.
It's not a bar.
Roger
Unless you have it out
agrees
in
with
the
me.
heat, then it melts.
My
but
wife agreed with you. She said no. All
she's way more important than
So
Raj.
we like to do different things like that. We like to bring it. Now, I wanted to do something different, but he changed it. I'm like, all right, I'm good with
Yeah.
that. We're going burgers.
Cheeseburgers.
Dude, I might have to unmute.
Cheeseburgers.
Hey,
Hey,
get in here. Get in here.
Get
Get
right
in here off the top of the head here, Bark.
Get in here. Jeremy Barker.
Put him on there. I
Get him
like
in
it.
here.
Put
Get
him in
the-
there.
Get the microphone. Get in here. We're going
Let that brain
cheeseburger
rack it for a
draft.
minute. We're
I'm
going
good with that.
cheeseburgers.
We're getting our third person
I
in
like
here.
it. I like it.
We're getting Jeremy Barker in live on the cheeseburger
I
draft.
like it.
We're going to simply tell you we're going to draft. Now, once a burger place is going, they cannot be selected
My
by
first
anyone
one
else.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can see him.
Yeah, I can see me.
Yeah,
Plenty.
I think you should be good because I can see that mic over there. So I think you're good. Well, I don't know now.
Yeah, it'll move back now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, we're there.
I think that's good.
You see Barker?
Yep, he's
Oh,
there.
yeah, there he
All right,
is.
good.
Yeah, this one. Oh, the red button. Hit it. Got it.
All right.
There he
Hey,
is.
there he is.
There he is.
There he is. Do you feel weird that I'm sitting here in your seat?
Not at all.
That's-
I just want to be part of the cheeseburger draft.
That's smooth voice. I
Cheeseburger
like it.
draft.
Cheeseburger draft.
Cheeseburger
it.
draft. Now listen,
I think Arm should have been in this.
I said
He seems
the
like a cheeseburger guy.
He absolutely
He
does.
seems like a cheeseburger guy.
I said the other day, I
He's
said
a
that I
meathead.
was doing all like chain places.
yeah.
He didn't want to do chain places. He said he might throw in a local place and something like
Yeah,
that.
a
I'm
little
like, all right,
shout out.
you do whatever you want to do. Wherever your favorite burger is from, just say it.
And I'm not a huge cheeseburger fan.
What the? You said you love burgers. See, I wanted to do French
No,
fries.
we're not doing
I want to
French
change my winner of
No,
the candy
no,
bar draft to
No,
Den.
see, because
I
no,
can't
listen,
roll with anybody that does. It's not
I
a
like
cheeseburger.
I like
I
cheeseburgers,
love a
but
burger.
but
Look
if I'm
at
going
me.
somewhere,
I
I'm getting a
love a
steak.
burger. See,
I'm
I
getting a
love-
steak. If I'm going somewhere that's like
If you go somewhere that has good steak,
absolutely,
absolutely.
that's
If
where I'm going.
yeah.
I went to Dakota's. Their steaks ain't worth a shit.
They're
But
not.
I got a bacon bomber
I'm not
burger.
getting a burger at
Dude,
Dakota's.
really? Dude, their burgers are good.
And they
They're
are
fine.
good. They
They're
are good.
I
Agree.
like Dakota's burger. They're not on my list.
Well, Dad loves steak.
I agree
love-
with that.
I wanted to go to the River today,
Ooh,
but
Never
no one
been.
wanted to.
I've tried. It was always too busy.
We got to make that happen.
I've tried.
We got to make that
Are
happen.
you like a steak guy?
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
Wow. That blows me.
I know. I've heard. I just can't. Every time I go, it's like it'll be 2 hours. I'm like, fuck
Let me
that.
tell
I'm
you,
out.
we had
Yeah,
employee appreciation day at work the other day, and they brought in ribber steaks, and me, Sherwood, and Ryan. It was our day off, and we actually went in just to eat our free ribber steak and left.
I don't blame you.
I said, I ain't fucking passing up a free fucking steak. for
crazy
a
not
ribber.
to.
You crazy? All right. So who gets the first pick?
I mean, if Barker's ready, put him in.
All right, Barker, we're going to give it to you.
Just because I think it's fair. Let
I'm
him.
fine.
He didn't.
We-
He
we-
didn't get a
we-
chance to think
we-
about
Go
it.
this way.
Are we talking any like level? We're talking like top
Anything.
down.
Yep. The best one you
Anything.
think? Because if you pick one,
If you get
I
to
can't
go,
use it.
If you get to go to
Oh, it's a draft.
it's a
Okay.
draft.
Fuck, that's hard. I think I'll get my second round pick though. I'm gonna go Red Robin because they're legit fucking good.
Do you know I've never had a burger from Red Robin?
On-
and I've
only
heard
one time.
Me too.
outstanding-
I've had one time.
One time, and I
Yep.
was like, "What
That's
the
good.
fuck is this black
agree.
magic?"
Agree.
I'm keeping track of this. All right, so do I get to go next?
Yeah.
Rallies.
What the fuck?
Rallies Baconzilla.
That's weak.
No,
That's fucking
good.
Jameer Gibbs way too high
Th-
weak.
th- this one's a good one.
Rallies
And to be
Baconzilla.
honest, do you know where I'm going with this one? Any idea?
I don't know.
So the first time I've ever had it was with you. So we're gonna go Fuddruckers.
Love it. And
Lo-
it was
and
it,
if you've never had one,
it's number 3 on my
and
list. It
because-
was 3
I was
in my
gonna say
power
that's a third
rankings.
round pick in the first,
and
but
I'm,
it's fine.
I'm a big dude, and you can get a pounder.
Yeah.
You can get a pound cheeseburger.
I love
and
Fuddruckers.
and I'm not like I don't like a ton of toppings,
No.
but they have a salad bar.
They got the bar.
So they give you a burger and you put whatever you want on. I mean, there's
toppings.
Yeah, the
They got
hot melted
condiments,
cheese.
the melted
oh,
cheese.
God,
I love,
it's clutch.
I love
It's clutch.
Fuddruckers. I love Fuddruckers. All right, so do you go again?
I can go again.
Yeah,
That's
you
fair.
go again, and then we'll go back.
So
this
it's
way.
a snake draft.
It's a snake draft.
All right.
It's a snake draft.
I'm going to go. And I'm just kind of throwing this one in a hole because there's a few that has it, but the one I like is that the Happening or Dakotas. I like a cheeseburger with egg.
But where?
As does my wife.
The Dakotas are Happening. They're both.
Gotta pick one.
The
Gotta
Happening.
pick one.
The Happening.
Happening's
The
good
Happening.
stuff
Happening.
too.
The Happening.
I love the
It's in Wilson, Ohio. It's good little joint.
Can't hate on it.
I just love an egg with it.
I ain't going to talk bad. I ain't going to talk bad about a place.
Do you like the eggs? An egg on a burger?
Fuddruckers. They have it's a hangover burger at
Yeah.
Fuddruckers.
Yep.
I've got it numerous times. Love it.
I like an egg
Love
on it. Little bit of yolk.
I'm so jacked that I got number 1 and number 2 on my list. Five Guys.
That's a good pick.
Never had it.
love Five Guys. Now listen, Five Guys is ridiculous.
Roger was telling me he loves Five Guys too, but I don't think it's the same thing.
No, Roger.
I
Roger.
don't think it's the same thing.
It's
When he was
not.
explaining to me the meat and stuff is different.
No, the
wasn't-
meat Raj is talking about at Five Guys is totally different.
I thought so.
Totally different. It's not ground.
It's pound meat. Meat by the pound, baby.
But I love Five Guys burgers and fries, man. It's so good, but it's ridiculous. Like 2 people to eat burgers and fries is like $38.
But it's good. It's worth it.
It's so good.
I mean, you pay for what you get.
Fries are good too.
Fries are outstanding.
See, the reason why I didn't like pick fries because I like dipping
See-
sauce with fries, and I
see,
said,
I wanted
"Can we
the
put that?" And he said,
fries.
"No."
Take
I
your
wanted
own.
the fries
Because there's some, yeah, but no, I'm saying the only reason I like at time the curly fries because with cheese. If it ain't got the cheese, I don't want the curly fries.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I'm
He
with
told
you.
me I couldn't put the dipping sauce with it.
Well, he wanted to
totally
put,
different.
He wanted to put Raising Cane's fries up there
'Cause of
because
dipping
the
sauce.
I'm like, no,
That's
You
clutch.
can't do that.
Their crinkle fries are good though.
But with
You-
that
oh,
sauce,
see, I don't like them. I don't like
just like Dairy
Really?
Queen with the gravy.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I know. I'm picking up what you're putting down there.
The fries aren't that great, but the gravy makes them that great.
No, the fries are
Right,
terrible.
so
I mean,
good.
usually they're soggy.
Sometimes they're okay.
Yeah.
I like to get the little toast and dip in
Oh,
the
the
gravy.
Oh yeah.
toast.
Oh.
I order extra toast every single
Leroy
time.
does too. Every
Now
extra
we're
toast
cooking
every
with peanut
time.
oil, boys.
But you gotta get extra gravy. You run out.
Now we're getting somewhere. All right, Barker, pick number 2.
I did end up getting my second round choice here, In-N-Out Burger. It's not expensive, but for what you pay, It's worth walking from the fucking Las Vegas Strip all the way to In-N-Out Burger to get it.
See, we talked about this when we decided we was going to do the burger. I'm like, it's sad because there's so many places that I haven't had. I've never had In-N-Out, never had Whataburger.
I've
Never
not had Whataburger either.
A lot of people said that
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers is good. I don't know why. They got one of them in Columbus. I don't know why I've never went to that. What's the place? Carver's. A lot of people says Carver's is really, really
Never
good.
had it.
And I've never had that, but I don't know. But so these are just things that I've had personally. But yeah, I would like to have In-N-Out sometimes.
I'm on the clock. It's Snake Draft.
Snake Draft, you're up.
I'm going to throw an unconventional one in there. One of my favorite personal burgers to get, since we spoke about the gravy, is a flamethrower from Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen is a sleeper to me.
It's a sleeper.
Dairy Queen was on my list.
And it is, but man, there's times that it sets too long. I don't know if it's just
Not in Jackson.
Okay, see
you
that
will wait 30
yeah,
minutes for
see-
that fucking burger.
See, that's the
30
thing
fucking minutes
because
every time.
they're like charboiled. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yeah.
and there's times that
I love
I've-
burnt.
I've seen
Wellston, you're
charred
not
meat.
you're hit and miss Wellston, but
it's
Jackson,
in water half the time.
Jackson, they will take your order and then go kill the cow.
They do take
It
fucking
takes
long.
But if
Or
it's good,
ever.
it's worth it.
It's worth exactly. You
I mean, I got
you
more
set aside
water
a
on my
time.
bun than when I got meat at times. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Wellston ain't where it's at. With
It's like, what
DQ
the hell's
burger.
going on?
Hmm.
But I like the charboiled. So, your turn, right?
I'm going with just an OG. I just can't get away from it. The Wendy's the Wendy's Baconator.
Not a bad pick.
That's not. That was my 4.
It's fine. Their bread sucks. That's the problem with Wendy's.
I love
it's
the
too much. It's
Wendy's
too soft.
Baconator.
It's too much, and it just I don't know. It's the least moist bread.
Yeah, it's
out
so
there.
dry. You know what I mean? It's so. It's,
Do you know I got that double bacon bomber at Dakota's today? I think they put 6 pounds of bacon on my burger.
You love bacon.
I was good.
Love
It
bacon.
was fucking good, man.
My turn, right?
Delicious. Your turn.
I'm going to go Burger King.
BK was also on my
I like.
list.
I like.
I love
Burger
a double
King.
Whopper with cheese.
I do. The Bacon King.
Every time
Bacon
we go,
King's always good.
every time we go to Columbus to a concert or wrestling or anything, our ritual on the way back in Circleville, we stop at Burger King every time at like fucking 1 in the morning. Go through, she gets a double Whopper, I get me some double bacon cheeseburgers and some chicken fries. Every time we go to Columbus, it's always our 1 in the morning thing. You got another pick?
Yeah, I got one here. This is one I kind of gotta make myself. I call it the McGangbang. so and I've seen someone call it, so it's not
Is
like
this when you invite Raj over for
This
No,
lunch?
no, no.
This
Raj is Five
definitely-
Guys. Raj
this
is Five Guys.
definitely Raj with the Five Guys.
And like I said, this is one that I've heard someone call that. So I didn't
the
take
McGangbang.
You get a
ladies and
McDouble,
gentlemen.
and then you get a McChicken,
Oh fuck that.
Oh, I can't do that.
and you
Nope.
put the Oh, it's good.
Nope.
That
I
is
can't
good.
do that.
No.
I
That is
can't do
good.
that.
That's like the double down at KFC. Just fuck no.
It's good.
I can't do that. So yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
No.
You've done worse.
Oh, I absolutely done worse. All right, A&W, the Papa Burger. It's good.
Ooh, never had it.
I don't get A&W very often. There's not a lot around here. There used to be one in Jeffersonville.
Yeah, but when you
Did
go
you
there,
hear? Nothing to do with this podcast whatsoever. But if I don't say it now, I'm gonna forget. Did you hear the Nike outlet mall in Jeffersonville going out of business?
Really?
Everything 40% off right now.
wow, I'm
Yep.
sure it's been picked there and rated.
Going tomorrow. 40% off, kids. I'm a deal. I look for deals.
And he says he's not a LeBron fan.
A&W Papa Burger.
That's solid.
A&W is good, man, but there's just none around here. Like the closest one's Portsmouth. All right.
Anyone got
Mark,
anything else
you
off
got
top of the
anything
head?
else?
Is it on me?
It's on you. It's back to you. My
Man.
list is getting slim now.
I'll throw a good old fashioned White Castle out there.
I can't.
When
do
I'm
White
You know
Castle.
what? Let me
when
tell
I'm
you.
when I'm clogged up,
Oh, God.
That is on my worst list.
It will clear.
I
I-
actually like a White Castle
I
burger. It's
hate
generic,
White
Eric
Castle.
McGinnis loves White
It
but
Castle.
I do
stinks.
like them.
It
They
stinks.
stink. Yeah,
Oh my!
Eric
They're just
McGinnis, our
cooked
buddy
in onions
McGinnis
on top of
loves
onions,
fucking
around
White
onions.
Castle.
yeah. But sometimes late at night after a concert in Columbus, Ohio, it's your only option, and you
Yeah.
you learn
You get
to
the
love
chicken.
it. No,
You get the chicken there. You don't learn to love it.
You
No,
find,
you
You
learn
get
to
the
love it.
chicken.
you find a Waffle House.
You get the no. They got chicken there. White Castle has chicken.
They do.
They
but
got like
it's-
chicken sliders and chicken rings. You get the chicken.
And it's fine, but I mean, it's a staple. It's an American staple. Is a White House burger. Doesn't mean it's great. It just means
I get it.
You know, sometimes, like, do you ever get a hankering for chicken nuggets from McDonald's?
Yes.
I fucking every once in a while I'm like, the only thing that sounds good in this world right now
You don't hold
is
on.
a 10-piece and some sweet and sour
Hold
sauce.
on. You don't like McNuggets from McDonald's?
Oh no, I love them.
Okay, I was
But
gonna
but
say.
but I mean, if you're sitting around, you're like, what am I going to spend my $9 on today?
Yeah.
Rarely do you think McDonald's, but every once in a while you go.
See, me and my
want some
wife.
chicken
My
nuggets.
wife loves Burger King nuggets, and
I do not.
I don't either.
Those are
and
trash.
I've said
Soggy.
this numerous times.
Soggy.
on
Not
our,
good.
I've said numerous times on our show. Burger King nuggets is horse ankles.
yeah. It's
They're
the
horse
same as if
ankles.
you went and bought nuggets from the freezer section. It's not much
Absolutely.
different.
Burger
Absolutely.
King nuggets are horse
They're cheap.
ankles. They're not.
They're
They
cheap.
are.
Chicken
They are
nuggets.
cheap.
Can't beat the price.
Horse ankles.
But hey, they're like chicken fries though.
I love them.
Woo!
I-
Burger King chicken fries.
Kroger brand chicken fries are better.
Maybe I can't knock it if I ain't
Legit.
tried it.
I like it.
Aldi and Chillicothe brand chicken
Are you,
fries.
are you like frying
I
them
love
or
all
you
these.
Air fryer.
air clutch?
Air fryer.
Clutch.
Everyone's gonna have air fryer.
Air fryer.
Clutch. You can make a hell of a steak from an air fryer.
Absolutely
See,
can.
I've heard this, and I just can't bring myself to even attempt it.
Oh, you can do it.
I mean, it puts a crust on them and everything.
Yep.
Let me tell you something.
It's good.
Let me tell you something. But and my buddy Levi that I work with, I know we're probably getting close.
I just looked at my watch because I got a notification.
My buddy Levi I work with, he told me he's seen this on TikTok, and he swears that it's delicious. And I've seen it on TikTok after he told me about it. His kids, the only way they'll eat steak is if he puts like the packet of like mac and cheese, the powder, puts it on the steak and then air fries it. And he swears it's delicious.
I'll try it.
I mean, they have like.
I don't know.
I mean, they have like cheese seasonings and stuff. You know
Look,
what I
I
mean?
don't know.
Let me say something real quick because you guys don't have to stop anytime soon. Bauer of the Dynasty Rewind, he's ready to go, but it's just him. We can literally add him to the feed, and you guys can leave when you want.
Well, and we can do that too, but we are about really done.
We're about done.
We're about
Well, I'm saying
done.
if you want to stick around for a little more talk, you can.
We can-
Whatever you
Yeah.
want to do.
Well, we can do that for a little bit. I'm cool with that. I'm cool
And
with
you can just
whatever.
get up and go as you please.
Yeah.
I like bluntness. You could be like, I'm fucking out. And you're out.
I'm good with that.
Be like,
Yeah,
I want
I'm
some
good.
Burger
Yeah,
King
I can hang
nuggets.
out for a
I'm
little
out.
Yeah, well, I'm good.
Hey, me at Mouse, and you can keep talking. I just got to invite him to the stream.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Do you want to throw in another pick?
I actually,
Whoa, buddy, it's my turn.
Wait,
Then-
did I
then why
pick
did you
twice? Are we
ask?
It was
sneaking?
actually on Barker.
then how did you, then it's not your turn.
Oh, I was asking him.
Oh.
If it's on me, I'm gonna go simple double cheeseburger at McDonald's. Not a quarter pounder because those suck, but the double
See?
cheeseburgers
I like the double QPC.
are the best. I don't like.
I like the
I
quarter
don't like-
pounders.
I don't like.
I
quarter
do.
pounders.
I like the quarter pounders.
Not down with it.
Since it's my pick now, I will go with the triple steak burger at Steak and Shake.
I don't Frisco melt, but I'm with you.
Love me some Steak and
that
Shake.
was another one. That was another one on the list.
Love it.
Steak and Shake's a good one.
I like that. All right,
Nice.
so
And an
it-
invite through
it's
Messenger.
your
That's
last.
gold.
It's your last pick.
I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out.
Hardee's thick burger.
Solid.
Hardee's is good because it's usually late when I'm
I
there.
feel like I dominated that whole draft.
No.
You say that
Rallies
every
was
time.
I feel like I
You
dominated.
pick M&M's and you're like, I dominated
feel-
the candy bar
He
draft.
does.
I feel
No.
like I
He
dominated
does.
that whole draft.
Oh fuck.
Sometimes you just gotta let him talk.
I feel like I dominated that whole draft.
There's never going to be an instance where there is a draft and didn't say I felt like I fucked up.
Yeah.
You're right. You are correct. I really feel like I won that.
I disagree.
I feel like I won that draft.
I disagree.
I feel like I did pretty good.
All right. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this, Facebook? Why are we making me hit a notification on my phone? Why can't we go back to the old days where anybody can find out your password and log in?
Ooh, Brian Huck's made a trade in one of our new.
Oh, it's a
leagues.
good one. We advised him on this outside of the studio just a little bit ago.
Oh, I like that. See if it's any good. See if
I mean, I thought it was a no-brainer myself because I don't think you should bank on running backs. I'm waiting for your opinion.
I don't think you got it yet.
Miles Sanders for Kirk Cousins and Jonathan Taylor.
Tell me how you feel. I felt like you
Who
get
was
the
it?
best. You get the best player in the league.
Patrick Mahomes.
Here's the thing: how many
Patrick Mahomes
championships?
and Miles Sanders for Kirk Cousins and Jonathan Taylor. I would have rather had Patrick Mahomes and Miles Sanders.
That's where I went because you know how many championships, fantasy championships, are you going to win with Mahomes? How many are you going to win with Taylor?
I would have rather had.
And the question is Kirk Cousins going to put up as many points as Mahomes? Yes or no?
No, but it ain't. It's gonna be close.
It might be close, but could Miles Sanders put up as many points as Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah,
And that's where your decision lies.
yeah, I think so. I really like Miles Sanders in Carolina. I really do.
He'll probably get a lot of touches.
I mean, he's the man there. He's the man there.
They got Chuba.
Who they got? Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard.
I just cut myself out of the mix.
Why did you do that?
Let's see here. We don't want Bauer to be super.
You guys hear me
tiny.
okay?
No, we don't want anyone to be tiny.
Not
I'd like to
tiny.
be tiny.
Let's
I wouldn't
see.
mind being tiny.
There we go.
once.
We'll go with that right there.
I think that works.
Now I cannot hear you yet, Bauer. I don't know. Bauer's from the Dynasty Rewind. I'm not hearing him.
Oh. Look at that shit that guy's got on the background.
You
Oh,
guys-
he's an Eagles fan.
I love it.
He's an Eagles
I
fan.
love it.
Can you
He
hear me
is
now?
an Eagles
Something comes through
fan.
loud and clear on my
Constantly
end.
deal with another
Now
Eagles
you're
They'll be
fan.
flocking over here.
let
Flying
me
wings,
see
baby.
here. Your mic is showing activity, but I'm not hearing it. Let me see what I got here. Hold on.
All right, let me know.
Bear
what
with
to-
us, everybody.
What the hell do they got to do? It's 8:30 on a Saturday night. If you are still here, you have nothing to do.
Say something real quick, Bauer.
Can you hear me, guys? Anything? Yes, no.
Bear
maybe?
with me.
We're bearing with you.
ladies and
Bear with
gentlemen. Bear with us.
Keep talking.
I am here talking.
Oh, he's talking.
Ready to talk to you, gentlemen?
I got you.
He's talking.
You're in.
He's in.
All right.
I got a question about your fantasy team.
Yeah. Hit Bauer up. We got an Eagles fan hardcore with an Eagles fan hardcore here.
Garth wants to know, unbiased decision, whose team is the best on your guys' fantasy?
Wow, I gotta look. I don't know really.
Okay.
I honestly haven't looked.
He
at
can
it.
hear you, so I didn't.
I really
didn't
don't know. I really haven't looked at that.
I'm
yet.
not a huge fantasy dude.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not.
Then he hates.
I don't know why.
fantasy.
I think it's just
He hates.
It does taint sports a little bit. Taking a year off fantasy, it does taint sports a little bit. But let me just throw out here real quick. Bauer, whatever you've got to talk about, make sure you talk about it. It's 3-on-1 right now. It's a Roger Harder situation right now.
oh yeah.
It's
Roger loves.
It's a
3-on-1.
3-on-1. So
loves
you
3-on-1.
interject and interrupt as needed.
Of
You
course.
dictate the rest of this because
Absolutely.
Bauer's live on Dynasty Rewind. We're talking like 8K strong, hardcore loyal fans watching every video.
Hey, it's your world. We're just
It's
living.
your
in it.
world. We're just living in it. Eagles fan to Eagles fan. You guys talk about whatever you want to. Bauer, real quick, since it is the live stream and people might be watching. They might still be watching. It might be late. The Rewinders are watching. I'm talking about my people. Bauer is a guy I've known since the Back Row Fantasy Show almost started. Drove from Pennsylvania to hang out with us,
Did.
and then took our idea and made his own idea from it and superseded anything that we've done. And I just could not be more proud because me and Bauer hit it off day one. We just hit it off. I talk to him every day. So Bauer, Rewinders, welcome. Thanks for showing up. You take it from there, Bauer, and I'll let you dictate the conversation with our interjections and, rebuttals and all that good stuff. We'll go back and forth a little bit, but Bauer is essentially the head chair right now because we've BRFS and Real and Raw have had their spotlight. So we'll be
All
your
on you,
guests.
brother. All on you. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Of course. Just real quick. Are you hearing an echo or is that on?
I hear a little bit.
A little bit, which to hear you, I had to turn on the loop back on the mixer. So
Okay.
maybe that's a little part of it. Hopefully people can get past it. But I come to find with a lot of these online streaming service things, when you add someone to the mix, sometimes they don't play nice. But
If it's just me hearing myself, I can deal with it as long as it's not on the listeners.
I think it's mostly you.
I can deal
That
with
was
it.
good.
Yeah, I think you're okay.
Okay. What is your question?
I have a question, and this is absolutely nothing related to football, but I've asked
There's someone
3
listening
people
said
that's
the Echoes
in
are bad.
Pennsylvania. What's the best cheesesteak?
So stay away from Geno's and Pat's.
See, this driving me nuts.
Those are tourist traps.
We are
You
getting an
can-
echo.
Yeah. You can go anywhere in the city of Philadelphia and get a good cheesesteak.
That breaks my heart. Like, I really wanted Geno's and Pat's.
But like you said,
Do
it's
it for the experience, though.
Yeah,
just a tourist trap. I
yeah.
mean, it's just people
I
hype it up and
But I really don't want to be disappointed.
You won't be. I'm just
Well,
telling you that it's
well,
not the
that's
best.
true. I mean, I ain't gonna be disappointed eating.
But yeah, get down to Philly. Keep your head down. Look at anybody because they're in down there.
I'm excited. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to make it to Philadelphia next year for WrestleMania.
Ooh. At the First Union Center? Or no, Wachovia. Sorry.
No, it's at the Link.
It's at the link.
It's at the Link.
Oh,
I think,
that'll be a good
honestly, I think it's a crazy. Like, I don't know how weather in Philadelphia is going to be in April. I thought it was a terrible choice, but it
will
don't
be
matter. It'll still
colder
be
than
great.
Ohio. That's how it'll be. It'll be colder than Ohio. It'll
Yeah.
probably be miserable. If you have allergies, make sure you take lots of allergy medication. And Barker, whatever you did, I think you fixed the echo, by the way.
I think I did on our end. As long as people can hear you, I need somebody to chime in from the listener side. Like, I've taken you out of our headphones essentially, and I'm hoping that takes the echo away. You're coming through the actual
he said it's fixed.
TV. It is on his end. Oh, who told you it's fixed?
Garth
Garth said it's
Yep,
fixed.
he said never mind, it's fixed.
Bauer, say something. Ask the audience
Brittany
if
just
it's
said it
fixed,
sounds
just to be
better.
sure.
Are we
A little
fixed,
bit,
everybody?
sounds better.
We good? Let us know in the comments, please.
I think we're okay. So we'll just have to listen to Bauer through these other speakers, but the audience is what counts the most as long as we can hear him.
Perfect. So yeah, let me make sure that I get this. There we go. Get my T-shirt in here a little bit more. Repping our buddy Bronson from over at Audio Hotline. Thank you to him. And I got to say thanks to Barker as well. He's been so detrimental. Or no, detrimental is a bad thing, right?
I've been so detrimental. That is a negative thing right there.
Instrumental in helping my show get off the ground. So without you, there would be none
He
of
doesn't
me.
know what he's talking about all the time.
Words are hard,
He's
okay?
hateful.
What do you want from
Words
me?
are hard. And yeah, keep going, Bauer. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to say thank you. Appreciate everything that you've done. Thank you for putting this together. This is fantastic what you're doing. My show will be making a donation. I'll be matching that donation. So I will be doing that after the show tonight.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, and want to help anybody that we can. Just to be perfectly honest, hope that if you got to think to other people. When you say I hope things like that happen to someone else. To someone else, you are someone else. So try to help people whenever and however you can. Sometimes
That's a
we
good
need
take. I
help.
mean, that's a good way to take it.
Great take.
Yeah, it is, and
Absolutely.
that's something that I think about. Just try to be as helpful as I can. Since I haven't been exactly the nicest person in my life, so trying to
No, you're a dick.
turn over a new leaf.
Yeah,
So, yeah, well, love you too, Barker.
I'm kidding. I am 100%. I am a grouchy old fucking man.
Same.
You
Same.
are Barker. Seriously.
JD can't say much
Not
because he's
me.
still in his 30s.
Not me.
Wait till you hit 40, brother.
He's young.
Wait till you hit 40.
I mean, all these guys that know me, I'm just a nice, soft,
It'll pass.
kind word kind of person.
I was too in my 30s. It'll pass.
Barker, I have a question for you, actually. So I listened to your podcast of you getting back into fantasy, like kind of your, we'll call it a soft open, like a restaurant does, not all the way back in, kind of, well, we'll call it Barker's just the tip moment. But the league that you got into, is it a 16-team single?
Oh, yeah. I don't do less
full
than
IDP?
16. Yeah, I do not do less than 16 or full IDP. I refuse to do less.
Is it on MFL?
Oh, fuck. You know it is. I'm 42 years old.
Here we go. So
If it was on Sleeper Bot, I fucking wouldn't have joined.
I actually got invited to a league, and I was like, all right, I want to be in a league with these people. In a league that I was in folded, and then everyone voted, and Sleeper was winning. I'm like, thank God. And then MFL somehow won out. And I don't have a problem with MFL. The problem that I have with MFL is the app doesn't work, so you have to use your browser.
Well, it's not that. It's not that based. It's fucking Internet Explorer based or what
I
Navigator?
know.
What's the fucking?
I don't
the
have
ship
access
wheel
to a
on it?
computer at work.
Netscape.
That's the problem.
Netscape based.
Nipsey.
I can't be on my computer drafting and then people get impatient with me and I'm like, guys, I'm a mechanic. I'm out in the shop. What do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like, I can't be in there drafting. But if anybody has any football questions, fantasy football questions, feel free to hit me up. Just don't ask me about redraft. I'm mostly a dynasty guy. Please, by all means, comment away in the comments. If not, who am I speaking with that was an Eagles fan? I think I only see one person. I see Den. Den, you're not an Eagles fan. You're a Steelers fan, right?
I'm a Steelers fan.
That's right. So
The
who's
man's
on?
wearing a fucking Eagles hat, Bauer.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry. I'm using a webcam. We're rolling at 120p here.
Ooh,
He
baby.
does have an Eagles hat on.
You know,
JD, as I call him.
somebody told me the other day online that the Chargers have the best roster in football right now.
Oh.
I was,
That's what old Den was trying to say earlier.
I said earlier, I don't think the Chargers have the best roster.
It's
I mean,
a good roster.
I think Philly's loaded.
Philly's
I mean,
won.
I
For
said
sure.
earlier, I think Philadelphia is going to have their division locked by week 15. I think they're loaded. But on
Yeah.
paper, I love the Chargers.
I do
on
too.
paper, I really think
too.
the Chargers are going to be really good.
I'm a huge Justin Herbert fan.
Same.
I will say this though, if you are a big, I wouldn't overdraft Justin Herbert in fantasy right now. Wide receiver injuries kind of scaring me. I was going back on Fantasy Pro and just looking at fantasypros.com, forgive me, looking back how he finished. There was a lot of times last year where he finished under 10 fantasy points a game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think because if you look at his season overall and where he finished,
Yeah.
he finished
Absolutely.
strong. His overall body of work was great. But that's something that I'm trying to get more into is consistency across the board. You know, I found I had a super flex league that I won last year, and Geno Smith and Jared Goff were my quarterbacks.
Wait a minute.
They-
You won a league?
Okay, I won 2 leagues last year, Parker. I don't want to hear it from you.
Shit.
But Jared Goff and Geno Smith were my quarterbacks. I got laughed at when I drafted them because I punted that position in a super flex until
I
later.
like that.
You know, I started off with like Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Najee Harris, guys like that. But I wanted guys that were just going to be consistent. I knew that I could kind of plug and play them and just get guys in there that I could rely on. So I think one of the things that I try to tell people is, you know, stay away from the big names necessarily, especially if you're a rebuilding team. Try to look for guys that are just going to consistently get you points on your roster. That's what I'm looking for. So that's, you know, one of those things where the Chargers, do they have the best roster in football? No. I mean, honestly, the best roster in football is whoever hoists the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the year. If you think about it. Which unfortunately was Saints. By the way, I will say this: I used to be a Jalen Hurts hater. I've come around a little bit, Barker. I'm sure
Finally.
you will be happy to know that. But I did see some people saying that it was his fault that we lost the Super Bowl.
Oh, God.
It was Jonathan Gannon's fault. He's
Yeah,
a terrible
absolutely.
coach. I understand that the Eagles defense was good last year. Jonathan Gannon was a great preparatory coach. So Monday through Saturday, he was the man. On Sundays, he sucked. The
It was
big one.
also Andy Reid's fault.
Andy Reid was great.
It's hard to beat a coach,
Hard to
Yeah.
be the coach.
especially that good.
I'm glad to hear
He's a
that
great
you've
coach.
came around to Hurts though, because I'm not going to sit here and say like
I have no choice.
he's Patrick Mahomes level passer, nothing like that. But you take all of his talents and you combine them, and he is honestly special. I think Jalen Hurts is special,
He's dope.
and it's not special at any one thing.
I think he's
He
top
is.
5.
He is. Yeah, I do too. I think he's very. Hear me out. He's LeBron like. He makes everyone better.
Oh,
He makes everyone around him better.
For sure.
I mean,
He's good at every aspect of the game at quarterback, but is he the single best at any of them? Actually, he might be the best rushing goal line quarterback.
I would say.
Now you're getting
Still say
technical.
Now
Lamar
I'm getting
Jackson.
technical.
4th and 1.
Fourth
probably
and
the
1,
best.
yeah. But I mean, Jalen Hurts, man, Eagles fans, be fucking happy with what you got.
A lot of them wasn't.
You've got a fantastic quarterback that's probably going to win you more than that one fluke Nick Foles Super Bowl because
Oh,
the
that was a
team
fun
loves
one,
him.
though.
Don't underestimate how much a team loves a quarterback.
They support him.
This
110%.
whole team is TO right now. So, where's my quarterback? Jalen Hurts is that guy. Get over the fact that he's not a pocket passer and just love him because he is going to keep you in every game and every single postseason until they have to rebuild. He's a great quarterback to have. Not the best
They
passing
ain't gonna have
quarterback
to
ever, but he's great.
They ain't going to have to rebuild for a
Oh
fucking
God, no,
while.
they're just reloading.
They're
I will
loaded.
say I want to see him throw to the running backs more. that after he
Don't
signed the
disagree
contract,
there. Every quarterback's got some kind of deficiency.
Yeah, and
except for
that's
Patrick Mahomes.
Well, Patrick Mahomes' deficiency is his wife because she's a nut job.
Yeah, I agree. God, that's fucking Point Bauer. If this was around the horn.
Did you
Point Bauer.
see his brother got arrested?
Yeah, I
Yes.
fucking hate that kid.
I
I don't hate him.
cannot
I dislike him strongly.
stand that kid. Like, and I feel bad for Pat because
What?
he's trying to
Oh,
just
Pat.
focus on his job and doing his thing.
Absolutely.
And he has to go and deal with this. It's like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like, if it was my family, I'd be like, you guys can't come to
I
games.
mean, the dude's
Sorry.
in the Super Bowl and getting
Yeah.
questions asked about his brother.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
He was making
Instead of-
TikTok
yeah.
videos behind.
I mean, instead
on
of
the
how are you
field
doing?
and all
Are you
this
ready
shit,
for
it's
this
like,
team?
Stay
It's,
home.
oh, did you see
Yeah.
what your brother was doing out there dancing, or how does he got the locker room ready? Or
Yeah,
it's like
I'm with you.
it's crazy.
Stay home, wife and brother. Just stay home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe.
they're both stage 5 clingers, clinging on to that fame as hard as they can.
He does have a lot
Yeah.
of followers though.
I mean,
let
I
me
love.
ask you something, Bauer.
What's up?
Now that Miles Sanders is gone,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about Philly's running back situation and who is the guy that you want in that situation?
None of them.
Okay, not even Swift.
Well, here's the thing: if you're drafting these guys to be your running back 1 or even possibly running back 2, you are going to be in for a rude awakening. I think
Agreed.
right now the way that they're building that team, because so much money is invested in
Yep.
Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and soon to be Devonta Smith. Dallas Goedert got a contract extension. They still have some expensive players on defense. The running back and linebacker core, unfortunately, are going to be the 2 areas where they skimp out the most. So remember how it was always never New England running backs? It
Yep.
could very well soon be never Eagles running backs,
It's been
unless you're in, like,
trending that way for a minute.
unless you're in like a DFS scenario and there's a good matchup for somebody. I mean, if these guys are like a flex play for me or an RB3 or something like that, you might have to wait and see how the situation shakes out. I think it's going to be Rashad Penny's turn first, if that makes sense to you. Yeah, which might not take long. But DeAndre Swift's going to have a role. He's a better receiving back than Miles Sanders was.
For a team,
Yeah.
not a fantasy.
And they still have Boston Scott there, who, by the way, is their highest paid running back on the roster, in case you're wondering.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, 2.1 million. DeAndre Swift is next with 1.7, and Rashad Penny is 1.5 million. As
I did see like before we got Swift or Philly got Swift that Miles Sanders' contract was more than the running backs in the roster combined.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
kind
not.
of crazy.
It's not anymore because of adding DeAndre Swift. I'm curious to see who the odd man out is going to be. I kind of feel like it's going to be Boston Scott.
Yeah, that's what
Do you
Just
think Trey
because-
Sermon gets in over Boston Scott?
No,
Okay.
they love
just
Boston
curious.
Scott, but it's going to be a
Giant
numbers game. They can't keep them all. So I don't know.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Do you think? I mean, you can't be biased. So, do you think Dallas Goedert is a top 5 tight end?
This is a running theme on their show, by the way.
Actually, I got-
Fryermuth
actually, I got-
versus Goddard.
I got 2 questions for you. One more after this one.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm
No,
ready.
this one you got to answer this one first.
I see. I'm trying to think of that because it's like you have Kelsey, Andrews. I think at this point in his career, Goddard is better than Kittle. It's hard to say because, as you all know, the tight end landscape is atrocious, as I've been told.
Talia. It's been so
Talia.
long since I thought about Talia.
Well, I think about it quite often. Although the NFL draft this year did show that tight ends do matter. I think he can push to be top 5. It's going to depend on his health. And look, the fact of the matter is Jalen Hurts isn't always going to have a season like he did this past season.
Sure.
He can't always support A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert. Oh, and here's new running backs
Yeah,
to
it's hard
throw
to give
to.
love to everybody.
Exactly. So I think it's going to be really hard. I'm going to say he's probably like top 7, top 8 is where I put
Well,
him.
what about Pat Fryermuth?
I love Pat Fryermuth.
I wanted to ask that next.
But is
and you
he
beat
top
me.
5?
I would say I would put Dallas Goedert in that conversation of being top 5 over Pat Fryermuth. And just for the record, I am a Pat Fryermuth fan because I'm a Penn State fan.
He's a
So
stud.
I think he's going to be great. But
He's
if
gonna
you
be a
look at
stud.
we look at the ability to become a top 5, you have to tie that person to the quarterback. So in a fantasy perspective,
We'll get to
who do
you,
you
Special
trust more to
Grande.
get more points, Jalen Hurts or Kenny Pickett? And I like both players, But right now, I would say Jalen Hurts gives Dallas Goedert a better chance to be top 5 than Kenny Pickett gives Pat Freiermuth a chance to be top 5. And I think Kenny Pickett's going to be a
Solid.
great quarterback for a long time. But we just have to be honest. I try to keep my bias aside when I project anything or I build my rosters. I even have Cowboys on my rosters sometimes too.
Yeah, I mean,
Much
it
as
is
it
what it
pains me.
is. People that's going to ball, you got to have it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So I got one more question.
No, I'll answer as many
And
questions as
this,
you want.
this is a little off the fantasy though.
Okay.
Is Mike Vrabel top 5 coach?
No.
No, is it no?
I disagree. I'm with Dan on that one.
A lot of
These
respect
guys
for
are
Mike
Vrabel
Vrabel.
fans.
I love Mike Vrabel.
I love Mike Vrabel too, but there's coaches around the league who, if I'm a team and my team is hiring a new head coach, there's other guys out there I'd rather have. And I think he's a good coach. I think he gets the most out of his players. But I think if I'm a Titans fan, I'm probably looking at the team and going, we might be able to do a little bit better here. I don't know what they're doing. They draft Malik Willis, then they draft
Oh, they're a mess right now.
They're a mess.
They're a
yeah.
mess.
Then they draft Will Levis, who, by the way, a lot of people are knocking Will Levis because he went in the second round. The Titans did attempt to trade up into the back
Yeah.
half of the first round. So, look, and when people, I had somebody saying to me on Twitter, second round quarterbacks can't make it in fantasy football or the NFL. And I was like, well, Jalen Hurts just went to the Super Bowl. Derek Carr has been a very good player for a long time, fantasy wise. So it's definitely possible. Tom Brady, 6th round pick. These guys, it can happen.
I like Levis. I think he's going to be all right.
I do
Two
too.
things. I like Levis too.
Sure.
Two things. One, any rewinders watching? Are you live on Rewind?
I am not, but I did
Okay,
put the
that's-
link in the in our Discord. So
that is plenty. So any rewinders watching, just in case you don't know, the whole reason for this and the whole reason Bauer's joining us tonight is for a good cause, which is the GoFundMe link. It is to help with friends of the Back Row, members of the Back Row Fantasy Show and their families that are battling cancer. Just wanted to throw that out there one more time. Me and Den, we're master fundraisers. I'm probably a novice fundraiser. You're a master fundraiser.
You're pretty good.
I was okay.
I mean, you weren't like top 5.
No, I wasn't top 5. I was like Pat Freiermuth level fundraising. But
It's like 10 to 12.
10 to 12, yeah.
Yeah.
But we got a question. Need y'all's take, and I love that they put y'all's in there because that makes me feel like you might be from Ohio. Need y'all's take on Drake London equals Mr. Big Bird. Is his name Mr. Big Bird? Who fucks Mr. Big Bird?
I'm not sure what his Discord name would be.
Oh, wait.
but
Well, Drake London, Falcons, Bird, Mr. Big Bird. Maybe Drake London's nickname is Mr. Big Bird.
I have no idea.
But anyways,
this,
what's our take on Drake London?
this feels like a rewinder question to me. Our nickname
I think so.
for him over on a Discord is Big Bird. I have no idea how it came to be. Admittedly, I'm not as involved on the Discord as I should be. But I do work.
Well, you're the
Long
CEO.
hours. Yeah, it's true. I have people for that, as they say. Here's the thing. Like we always say on the Dynasty Rewind, we do not hate players. We hate players' value. Where Drake London is being valued right now is insane. It is just absurd. He was wide receiver 31 on the season last year, right? Wide receiver 31. And you can't even get him in some cases for less than 2 first-round picks. That was with Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder. Now you're going into a full season of Desmond Ridder. Kyle Pitts is coming back. Bijan Robinson is there now.
Goat.
What makes everyone think that Drake London is going to just be some stud in fantasy football?
I think people are just
I'm not- I
projecting
like
him as
the guy-
number one on a team that's going to have to pass the ball, but I disagree with that. I'm with you so far is all I'm saying.
Here's the problem. And am I allowed to curse on this live stream? by the
no,
way?
yes.
Absolutely.
You're not only allowed, you're encouraged.
Great. The fucking Drake London truthers out there drive me insane. People hated this guy pre-draft last year. I saw so many negative comments. And then the second that he was drafted as the first wide receiver off the board, they gushed over him. And I would say, didn't you just hate this guy like 2 weeks ago? He shouldn't have been the first wide receiver off the board. I'll take Garrett Wilson. I'll take Chris Olave over this guy. There's tight ends I'd rather have over this guy. And I think he can be a good player, but the value is just not where it should be. It is insane. It's asinine. We have to calm down on the Drake London love until we see it a little bit. I want to see something.
Well, let me throw something at you.
Please
Drake London or Traylon Burks and a late first.
I'm going to take Treylon Burks in the league first,
Okay.
honestly.
100% agree.
Yeah, and here's the thing, I think with Tannehill, with Levis being drafted high, I'm hoping that either lights a fire under Tannehill's ass, or Levis comes in and is like, oh, this guy's good. I think Treylon Burks was given the raw end of the stick last year when all he heard was, this is AJ Brown's direct replacement. That's not fair to Treylon Burks. It's really not, because Treylon Burks is not AJ Brown. I understand that there are similarities in their game and the way that they play, but they're not the same player. It's just not. It's not fair to do that to a rookie. I think he's going to be better. He was injured last year, so I will take him, and I'll take a late first round pick, and then I will take some of that pick and some of the other picks I have and try to move back up into the draft as well. Get some good blue chip players.
Like that.
That is what I like to do.
Do you, since we talked about it on the first part of the show, do you have any rookie sleepers? Which I think this year is a weird year for sleepers
yes, I
because, as
do.
I mentioned earlier, I think running backs that are highly talented trickled all throughout the draft. I mentioned Dwayne McBride as a guy who might get more opportunity than people are letting on.
I agree.
Except for in the draft community, the fantasy football community. But who are some guys that you had your eye on? I don't know if you've done any rookie drafts yet, but if you have, and if you have any coming up, who are some targets in the late second through the fourth round, assuming a lot of your drafts go 4 rounds deep in the rookie draft? Who's some guys that you've got your eyes on that are not first round picks in rookie drafts in Dynasty?
This is the type of content that I live to make right here.
Same.
So one of my guys, you mentioned him, Dwayne McBride. I love him. I love that landing spot. Let's talk a little bit about, hold on, I lost it where I was on the page. If you want, here's a really good UDFA signing. All right. And this is for after your rookie draft. You don't have to draft this guy. Deneric Prince was picked up as an undrafted free agent by the Kansas City Chiefs. Deneric Prince is 5'11", 217. He is entirely different from anything the Kansas City Chiefs have on their roster. He's big, he's thick, but let me tell you something. He's a hammer, and he has really good lateral agility. We've seen that the Kansas City Chiefs are not afraid to use a 7th-round draft pick or possibly a UDFA. You're picking this guy up for $1 fab, or maybe even a $0 fab bid. So Deneric Prince is one guy for me that I'm putting on the taxi. Another guy is Chris Rodriguez, drafted by the Washington Commanders. Sean Tucker, if he's still there in the 4th round, I like him as well.
Tell me who Sean Tucker is, because
That's a
after
running-
a year off,
Is that the running back out of Syracuse?
Yeah, Sean Tucker from
Yeah.
Syracuse had some medicals, but
Yeah.
he was a UDFA pickup. But he was given, and one thing that you need to look at too when you're looking at UDFAs and if they're going to be important or not, see what the guaranteed money that they got was. His guaranteed money is equivalent to if he was a 5th-round draft pick. So that says something about how the Buccaneers view him.
Yeah,
They
I
have a
like
very
Tucker a
fluid
lot.
running back situation right now. There's some guys. A.T. Perry from Wake Forest is a
can't
late-round
imagine.
pick. I would stay away from Dontavian Wicks. And I know if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, you might want to draft a Packer. You can do better than Dontavian Wicks. He's really good at ball tracking. Unfortunately, he doesn't know what to do with the ball when it gets there. So I'm staying away from him. Parker Washington, former Penn State wide receiver, went to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he could be a really good slot player. He's going late. Cedric Tillman's not going too late. Here you go. Here's a good one for all you Cincinnati guys out there. Charlie Jones from Purdue. He was drafted in, I think, the 3rd round. I don't remember. Love Charlie Jones. To me, he's the Tyler Boyd replacement. The Bengals are going to have to start saving some money. Watch some Charlie Jones film. And if the Bengals are smart, what they will do is when they play the Steelers in 2 years, they will line him up on Joey Porter Jr. It pains me to say it, but when Penn State played Purdue, he absolutely destroyed Joey Porter Jr.
He
Joey
did.
Porter
He had
Jr.
like
was a
fucking
high
14
draft.
catches.
Yeah, he had a game. Aside from that, like I said, tight ends, they matter. The NFL loves them. So in the 4th round, in the 5th round, I want to see you guys out there doing some dirty work. Luke Schoonmaker from the Dallas Cowboys was 2nd-round draft pick.
Or his arms calls him Skin Maker.
And people are just ignoring the guy. He was 2nd-round draft pick of the Dallas Cowboys. All he used to do is bait out Jake Ferguson. I like Jake Ferguson, but he's just kind of whatever. Will Mallory goes to the Colts in the 5th round from Miami. I love Will Mallory. You can get him late. Zach Kuntz, you're going to have to wait a little bit. Went to the New York Jets. Zach Kuntz is 6'7". 6'7" tight end, and he's the Jets don't have much there. They have a bunch of older guys. Davis Allen goes to the Los Angeles Rams. Tyler Higbee is getting older. Bryson Hopkins is never going to be a thing, as much as that pains me. So yeah, Davis Allen is a good stash as well. And I'm personally off of Darnell Washington going to the Steelers and having to sit behind Pat Freiermuth. I think he's just going to be a blocker. I don't think he's going to catch many footballs at all. And he's like 5th or 6th in line to get targets because they have Deontay Johnson. They got Freiermuth out there. They got other really good wide receivers. And Najee Harris is a good pass catcher too. So Darnell Washington getting receptions in Pittsburgh, I think it's just going to be really, really difficult. Another guy I'm staying away from, I don't care where Tucker Kraft was drafted. To me, he's the next Drew Sample, so I'm staying away from him too. And if you're in a deep Superflex league, I know you guys like to play I don't know, I can't speak for the other two gentlemen aside from Parker, but I know
They're the same as me.
All right, so you guys are all one
I
quarterback.
don't know if JD even plays, but
No, I don't play much fantasy.
If you're stashing quarterbacks, I like Stetson Bennett, Jake Haener, and Hendon Hooker.
oh, Stetson Bennett's sore spot.
Well, he is. Look, the fact of the matter is Stafford misses a lot of time with injuries, and Stetson Bennett has a clear path to playing. And if you're taking him in the 5th round, he could be a really good handcuff for Stafford or a guy.
Football than anyone on his team.
He's older than most of the rookies.
Really,
if you look, car lot would be open by now.
If you look at Stetson Bennett's career, it's actually pretty interesting. He went to Georgia. I think he couldn't play. Then he went to a junior college and then recommitted to Georgia. It was supposed to be JT Daniels was supposed to be the starting quarterback. And hey, surprise, he got hurt like he always does. Yep. Stetson Bennett comes in, rips off 2 natties. Like, I give the guy a lot of respect.
Absolutely.
I just think he's an NFL backup, to be honest with you. And I think that's a good spot.
You're back on Denny's wavelength.
I thought he was a car salesman.
He's Jason White. He's Jason White part 2.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You need guys like this. And the reason I draft guys like that and I stash them is when they pop or they do something, you always have that one team that sees a guy that puts up huge numbers. I don't have him on my team. I need him on my team. So let me throw this at you. Here's a 3rd round pick. Great. I paid a 5th for him. You can have him.
Got a name to run by you. Want your thoughts on him?
Sure thing.
Situation. I think that a certain NFC East team, which you're familiar with, could mid-season have 2 rookie wide receivers as their 1 and 2. Just my take. Want to hear yours?
Oh yeah.
UDFA, Bryce Ford Wheaton out of West Virginia.
Loving.
Are you talking about on the Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on up there. I'm not going to lie to you. They have, if you look at their wide receiver core, it is just a bunch of big question marks.
It is. I just feel like Jalen Hyatt and maybe Bryce Ford Wheaton could end up being the best 2 receivers from week 8 on next year.
Could be 1-2.
I drafted Hyatt in my league.
I think it's possible, but I do think, and this really pains me to say, I think Isaiah Hodgins still proves to be somewhat relevant. Wan'Dale Robinson's going to get a chance too. He looked good last year before he tore his ACL. So I don't disagree. He's a guy that I'm going to keep my eye on, and I'm going to put in waiver claims on him, throw a couple fab dollars at him, let him chill on my taxi squad for a while. I don't hate that at all. And when you have fluid situations like that in a tight end room, wide receiver, running back room, it's fine. Spend some money, spend some fab dollars. Like Bark always said, this is why I try to get fab dollars in every single trade. And people laugh at me for doing it, but it freaking works. This time of the year is when it's good. When you're making a playoff push, it's good. That's why you do it.
You counter any deal proposed to you with that same deal and 5 to 10 fab dollars, knowing you're going to get that accepted every time.
Oh, for sure. One guy, my favorite guy, just for the record, wide receiver in this draft is Marvin Mims. By the way, I love Marvin Mims. Watch some highlights. He kind of reminds me of the way he goes up and twists and high points for the ball. It kind of reminds me of Odell Beckham Jr. before he lost his mind. I also love Jaden Reed is one of my other favorite wide receivers in this draft as well. I think the landing spot in Green Bay is fantastic. And if I'm a Packers fan, I'm kind of pissed. I'm not gonna lie, because you like, well, we have this young quarterback. Let's give him all these weapons. But when Aaron Rodgers was there, it's like, oh, we'll just go win the game for us, Aaron Rodgers. Stop doing that, NFL
That's
teams.
why he wanted out.
And I can't say I blame the guy. He's going into a great situation. Is it weird that we're saying that a guy is going into a great situation as a member of the New York Jets? I feel like that's something we're not used to saying.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
But I feel like ultimately the Packers won because they got all the best years of Rodgers without him changing their draft
Yeah.
strategy
For
at
sure.
all. And
For
now
sure.
that he's gone, they're like, we don't know if Love is as good as Rodgers. We better surround him with some talent.
I think he's going to be fine. By the way, I think
do
Jordan
too.
Love is going to be just fine. Can I tell you guys some guys that I'm staying away from because
If
they
we
are
say
getting-
no, are you going to tell us anyways?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to anyway. So one guy I'm staying away from, and I just had it, and then I moved it because I'm an idiot like that. Right, Michael Wilson out of Stanford was drafted by the Cardinals. Michael Wilson was always hurt. He's an extremely inconsistent player. Another guy here, Trey Palmer, staying away from him. Dontavian Wicks, Jalen Cropper. Every time the Dallas Cowboys signed a UDFA, people go crazy. But Jalen Cropper was another guy that was super, super inconsistent. Jalen Hyatt's a guy that I'm also staying away from a little bit unless he
Oh, I'm ending the stream.
unless he sneaks into
Ending
the
the
third
stream.
round, and then I will gladly take him. I did just draft Quentin
Why?
Johnson at
Tell
the
me,
one-
tell me why.
because I think Jalen Hyatt's going to be a better player for best ball or DFS than for.
So you
putting-
think he's Deshaun Jackson then?
Yeah, but let's not forget Deshaun Jackson early in his career was actually a pretty
You
consistent.
think he's
player.
mid-career Deshaun?
Possibly. Yeah, I think
You
so.
don't think he has any Steve Smith to his game?
Who said he has Steve Smith to his game?
Me.
You said that?
Me. More than a
Politely-
deep threat.
Politely disagree.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Respectfully accept.
Tennessee's offense, I want to see him do it. And look, if a guy shows a little bit, gets a little banged up, which tends to happen to Giants players, buy him cheap next year before the draft. Everybody loves to forget about sophomore players. That's what they do. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, new shiny things coming in. Screw last year's rookies. I want these new guys.
I'm gonna ask you for a take again.
Go ahead, and I'm going to take some running backs I'm staying away
Okay,
from.
because this is all about Bowers takes. I want Bowers takes.
What's
We all it's Bowers' time to shine, and you've built a small empire based off of this. So,
Like the
and
bad empire.
I've been out of the game for a minute, so I'm neutral on this. I do not lean one way or the other, but I want your take. I feel like a dynasty late round sleeper that people are either all in on or completely against, and it is the equivalent at running back of a Kyler Murray in Deuce Vaughn in Dallas. Opportunities there is the number 2, but does he take it, and does he do anything with it, or is this simply a case of the film looks good but it won't translate?
The problem I have with Deuce Vaughn is he was the smallest player ever measured at the NFL scouting combine. So you are already behind a little bit. When you look at their running back room, they got Tony Pollard and Malik Davis are your 1 and 2. So Deuce Vaughn is currently number 3 on the depth chart. This is courtesy of ourlads.com. The NFL does not have to release official depth charts until August. Ourlads is the closest, the most accurate that you will get. Deuce Vaughn is currently the number 3. I find a hard time seeing him beat out Ronald Jones or Rico Dowdle, to be honest with you. He's going to be extremely dependent on being schemed into things. Let's just look if the Dallas Cowboys play the Philadelphia Eagles, which they do twice a year. What makes you think that Deuce Vaughn can escape from Jordan Davis, who is 6'3", 370 some pounds? Deuce Vaughn might die. The fact of the matter is, I just think he's extremely dependent on being schemed into the games. When I have a scheme dependent player like that, I'm going to give you another prime example. Lynn Bowden. I stay away. I stay away from guys like this. If people
That's a
want to
good
overdraft,
take because he just got cut.
yeah, I know. That's why I thought of it. People love the story. I don't care about the story, especially because it's the Dallas Cowboys. I want fantasy points. I'm staying away from Deuce One. The film looked great. It really did. That's fine. I think he's going to have a good NFL career. I don't think he's going to have a good fantasy career.
That's promising though.
Yeah.
That's glowing.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll get a pension. That'll be fine.
Maybe a little Darren Sproles light action.
Well, let's not forget Darren. I've heard the Darren Sproles, the Maurice Jones-Drew, the Boston Scott comps, and I get it because they're all shorter guys.
Right.
All those guys were really, really built. Like I think they were
That's
all over 200 pounds. Like they
This guy
were,
does look like Steph Curry, but shorter.
yeah. Like these guys were solid little dudes. And if you look at Boston Scott and the way he plays, the way he can leverage himself is just, it's amazing. Just he's like 5'6". He's like my dad's height. But Boston Scott, man, I met Boston Scott in an autograph signing. Dude was built like a little brick shit house, man, and a very, very nice guy as well.
It's like a little bowling ball.
He was, yeah, nice guy. It was before they played the Chiefs in Nick Sirianni's first year. And I said, hey, good luck against the Chiefs. He's like, oh, we got a little something for him. I'm like, you guys going to actually run the ball or what? And he laughed. So he knew what was up. That's when Sirianni was calling the plays before they figured out, hey, we have a mobile quarterback. We should run the football. And also, Nick Sirianni should not call plays anymore. So let me tell you another good value here. And this pains me to say it. Zach Evans in like the third round of my dad is 5'6". I'm 6 foot. I got my mom's genetics, thank God, which is why I still have hair as well for now, although it is.
Thank God for mom. Same here.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Zach Evans to the Rams, really the only landing spot I liked in the NFL for Zach Evans, since they apparently hate Cam Akers. You can get him in like the mid to late third round. Some guys that I'm staying away from, though, Israel Bonaconda, I like him. He's being drafted too high for me. People are going crazy over Roshan Johnson at the end of the first round.
I'm one of them.
He's one of them.
Still too rich for me. If it's in the mid
got him in the
second, I'll
second.
take it. The second round is fine. I just hate him in the first round.
I agree with that.
Tajay Spears, I'm kind of out on a little bit. I just don't see him getting playing time over Derrick Henry. Like,
Not until he's gone.
if you're Mike Vrabel, you have Derrick Henry
five
standing
picks.
there.
Top
You
five picks.
can't put Tajay Spears in over Derrick Henry. You just can't. This is the stupidest thing ever. A lot of people are going crazy over Evan Hall getting drafted by the Colts. I like Evan Hall, but as long as
He's been
Jonathan
traded
Taylor,
a few times already in from what I've seen in drafts. Like
yeah,
that's a small sample size, but I've seen him twice today getting dealt.
but that which is
So
odd.
there is excitement there because people are going after him.
If Jonathan Taylor's healthy, he's just
Right.
he's not going to play. And I said before, stay away from Tucker Kraft and Darnell Washington. That's pretty much it. And then quarterbacks, like who to draft and who not to draft. But
Okay.
I will tell you this: don't draft Anthony Richardson 101. Just give
That's
me
where I was
Bijan
going.
today.
That's where I was going. Give
Well-
us your full take on him because Den's got strong feelings. I'm mostly neutral. I understand the upside, but at the same time, I feel like the Colts had no choice because I don't think Levis is appealing enough to have taken him there. But I definitely want your full. Give us a quick breakdown on your thoughts on Richardson, just because he is rivaling Bijan in rookie drafts. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe super flex, but it's happening everywhere.
I like him. I do. But when you watch the game cut ups, the most concerning thing that I hear is this. That's his first completion after 10 straight incompletions. That's bad. That's really bad. And I think Shane Steichen is probably one of the guys in the NFL. Like, if you look at what him working with Jalen Hurts was from year one as a starter to year two as a starter, it's going to be huge for Anthony Richardson. But that was when Steichen was an offensive coordinator. He had more time to spend with the quarterback. And, of course, the Eagles quarterback coach, Ben Johnson, I think that's his name, who's now our offensive coordinator, he was spending a lot of time with him as well. But it's going to be an arduous process. And it's going to be like, and I'm not saying that these two are the same. It's going to be like when Blake Bortles was the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Don't watch it unless you're a fan. Just look at the points afterwards, because there's going to be times where he's going to frustrate you and you're going to want to trade him. There's a lot of lazy comps out there because he's an African-American quarterback. He's, comp to Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts because of his mobility. I don't think he's either of those. He is his own thing. He's got a great arm. He's super inaccurate. He's super raw. He should sit the first half of the season and just acclimate himself to the whole aura of the NFL game. But the NFL is also a business. These guys, they want to see their guys out on the field. They want to sell jerseys. They want to put asses in the seats. That's just the nature of the beast. But I'm still taking Bijan Robinson at 101. I want the guy who is the generational talent on my
Yeah.
roster. And here's why.
Talking.
If you draft Bijan, you have the 101 because you suck. Guess
Keep
what?
talking.
Bijan Robinson can turn into more than
yeah.
Anthony Richardson in a trade if you need to. You can get a great running back and another quarterback, and that's the way I'd like to build it. Give me the generational
it.
talent. That's
Mm,
how I'm going to build my roster.
generational talent.
That's
And
it.
he is by far. I'm looking at our prospect sheet, and across the board, he is like head and shoulders above everybody else. My next highest rated prospect is probably, geez, I don't even know. I'd have to scroll through all these guys. I think it's Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah, but that's it. And like Jahmyr Gibbs is right up there too. But he was just so good in every aspect of the game. He could do everything. And you know what? Also, if you can buy Tyler Algier cheap, people are going to be off on him. Running backs get hurt. Have his handcuff as cheap as possible. Doesn't hurt.
Like it. You have anything else you want to add just off the top of your head that's not a question or that you had ready? Or do you want to field another question or two?
I'm ready for questions.
Anybody?
Somebody on the chat here said, "Give us your tight end sleeper."
Oh, there. Yeah, I see that.
Let's see, my sleeper. Well, he was actually in the draft guide that we put together. He was my sleeper before he was drafted. Sam Laporta is not a sleeper anymore, but I love his draft spot at the Detroit Lions. But Davis Allen is my tight end sleeper.
Hated him.
Going to the Los Angeles Rams, I think it's a great spot for him. He could line up behind Tyler Higbee and learn for a little bit, so this isn't going to be a year one thing. Him and Will Mallory that went to the Colts, these guys I think are going to have clear paths to playing time within the next year or two. Tight ends, it takes a while. It just does. That's just how it goes.
Yeah. Banking on a rookie tight end like Kyle Pitts when he came out is just a bad idea.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts has been a bit of a bummer, but I just think that's the situation. That's the injuries, inconsistent quarterback play.
Long term is still good.
It's a lot of things, and it is what it is, man.
He's no Pat Fryermuth. It's just not.
Exactly.
Hey,
He
listen,
is.
I'm going to be honest with you. In every league that people have asked for advice on that they have Kyle Pitts, I have told them you should trade Kyle Pitts for TJ Hawkinson plus, Dallas Goedert plus, Pat Fryermuth plus. And they're like, why would I give up this talent? I'm like, well, you get a tight end that's consistent and you get plus. And then you take that plus and you fill out the rest of your roster. Sometimes the best way to get better, your fantasy better, is to get rid of your best assets. It's the
Absolutely.
unfortunate thing. Sometimes that's what you have to do to rebuild your team. It's just how
100%.
it goes. Is anyone watching the XFL championship right now? I'm really bummed the Defenders are losing.
Shit.
Denny is upset. Triggered.
Are you a Defenders fan, Denny?
No, I'm a Houston Roughnecks fan, but I was wanting the Defenders to win.
There's still time. I'm actually a Defenders fan because they're geographically the closest team to me. I did go
Gotcha.
to a Defenders game this year, and I did sit in the section that had the beer snake. And let me tell you, those people down there are absolutely insane. I felt like I was at an Eagles game. That was my favorite all-time football experience ever. To anyone watching this right now, if you have a chance to go to an XFL game, the fan experience is so much better than the NFL. You had interaction between the players and the fans. It was just fantastic, and my ticket was $16.
Yep. There you go.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You got to check.
I looked at Steeler tickets last night. Obviously, they just went on sale. I looked in the nosebleeds, the top of the stadium, and they were like in the 200s.
See, I don't even like going to NFL
Top
games
of the
because you
stadium,
can't fucking see
ridiculous.
what's happening anyways.
Yeah,
I can go to a
Hate
Cincinnati
baseball
Reds
on
game.
TV.
I can go to a
Love
Red,
it live.
I can go to a Cincinnati Reds game for $12.
yeah.
Hate football live. Love it on TV.
Crazy.
I mean, the experience is fun. You know what I mean? Going to the game.
Yeah.
But it's like like you said, watching it's miserable.
It
You
is.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if the weather's terrible, then you're screwed again.
Right.
And then I mean, usually like us, our teams are a little farther away, so if we travel,
Right.
it sucks. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just a. I was telling them I'd like to take my boy to Philly and Vikings this year on Thursday night or whatever, and I mean, I think it'd be a good time. So.
I think it would be. The only problem I have is the tickets down there are just so expensive. I live an hour and a half north of Philadelphia, and I don't go to Eagles games. I just can't afford it. I was looking last year when they played the Jaguars. I was like, let's go. I'm going to take my wife. Let's go see Dougie P come back and do that whole thing. And I'm glad I didn't get tickets. I almost pulled the trigger, but it would have been over $700 for 2 tickets.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Go to Vegas for that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't. It's actually there's a
You can get a
company
lot
called.
more at Vegas.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, it comes home with you.
That's right.
But there is a company called Philly Sports Trips, and they put together road trips for Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers. Well, I don't think they do the Flyers yet. They did the Sixers for a little bit, like when they, like last year. I don't know, whatever. But it's cheaper for me to get a bus trip package to go to Washington, New York. When they go to Baltimore, stuff like that, that's cheaper than me, and that includes tailgating and a ride to and from the game. I don't have to drive. I could drink as much as I want. I could eat as much as I want.
That's cool.
And that's cheaper than me actually just buying tickets to go to an Eagles game.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
You watch it on TV and see where the ball's going.
So I will be going this year. If anyone's a Jets fan, I will be going to the Eagles versus Jets at
Ain't me.
whatever it's called up there now. I'm just going to call it the Meadowlands. I don't really care what it's called. But that is October 15th. So I'll be there. Can't wait.
Excellent. Hey.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts? I think these guys are leaving. I think I'm going to make myself a deep dish Chicago style pizza. Actually, what'd you say the best frozen pizza is?
Best frozen pizza is Detroit Pizza Company?
I've got one in my freezer based off of your recommendation on the show.
Where can I get
Pretty
that?
excited
Because I
about it.
love Detroit style pizza.
Detroit Pizza Company. It's at Walmart around here. Walmart, Kroger.
I would imagine it would be here too. We have Walmarts all over the place, of course.
The best
Pennsylvania, Ohio,
the-
same thing. We both got
the
Amish.
best
Yes.
frozen pizza you can get.
We're gonna
I'm
try
excited.
some. No, the only closing thoughts I have is thank you for putting this together. This is a great thing. I will be making my contributions after the show, so I really appreciate it, guys.
And thank you for joining
Of course.
solo at that. That's I didn't. The last thing you were completely willing to go on 100% by yourself. Meanwhile, before we went
I could
live,
talk
I'm
for an
like, we sat down to go live at 5:00. Arms and Hucks crack open a beer, and I'm like, you fucking lushes. And they're like, drink a beer with us. I'm like, it's fucking 5:00, dude. I'm 42 years old. I'm not drinking a beer. I started shaking so bad. I got so nervous before this live stream.
Why?
And I don't know, because I go live all the time.
Yeah.
I've got I'm not a big YouTuber, but I got 6,000 fucking people that potentially watch me every time I do something.
I took 3
Nervous.
anxiety pills.
Nervous as fuck. So I
3
cracked
anxiety
open a
pills.
beer and got half drunk before I came up here and you came on. I'm good now. I'm not half drunk at all, sadly.
You know
But
what it probably
Jesus.
is? Because when you are doing this for yourself, it's for you, and if something bad happens, you're
That's
the only
it.
person. And
Yeah,
now
I don't
other
give a fuck,
people are
so I don't care about
depending on
myself
you.
that much.
So this is what I get from being married to a therapist. By the way, these are the things that I pick up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
along
hit
the way.
Jenna up after this stream is over and be like, "Tell me why I was nervous before this, Jenna."
Jenna's sleeping. She'll tell you that she knows you, that she cannot therapize or counsel you, whatever it's called.
Whatever.
Because it's a con. Yeah, see, look, special grade saying anxiety means you care. Yes, because you care. And you guys, thank you again for inviting me and putting this together.
Nah,
This is
dude,
a fantastic thing that you're doing.
There's a reason we talk every day, and I'm very appreciative that you wanted to come on.
Of course.
Whether it was with the team, without the team, with me, with these guys, just every little bit helps to make this a little better. And
I have one
hopefully
question though.
Yeah.
Which one of you guys said you never had a Red Robin cheeseburger before?
Me.
Come on, man.
Is that
Never.
Did I make the right pick in the first round with that?
Look,
Never.
Red Robin's solid. You go to any Red Robin anywhere, you're going to get a good burger. But you gotta have the Red Robin burger. You just gotta bite the bullet. You gotta have one. It's great.
It's good, dude.
Maybe I'll
You
look.
travel a lot. You'll
Maybe,
find one.
maybe I'll look tomorrow.
You'll find one.
Maybe I'll
When you
I'll
go
look
to the
tomorrow.
Nike outlet, grab one close by.
What would be your 1-1 of burgers?
When I make a bison burger on my grill, that's my 101.
Ooh, self-made.
Yeah, I
That's
go,
how I feel about
Push.
steaks.
You know,
Because
Ground
my wife,
bison?
my wife
never
has
had
the
ribber.
No, I haven't had the ribber, but my wife has the magic marinade, and then with my pellet grill, best steak I've ever had. So the ribber's up against it. We'll see if it
I get
comes
it.
through.
I get it.
so I do ground bison, and I put some breadcrumbs in there. I put some Worcestershire, some liquid smoke, and then
Oh,
I
you gotta
have
have the
barbecue
W
rub.
sauce.
Get that all in there, ranch packet on top of it.
Hmm.
And then what I do is I actually cook my burgers on indirect heat for a little bit. So it takes them a little bit longer, but they're not right on flame, charred on the outside, raw on the inside.
I'm so
I like
hungry.
them just nice, little pink. A nice thick slab of cheddar on top of there, and then a nice bun, which I put the bun on the grill for a minute to get nice and toasty. And then yeah, you don't maybe some pickles, maybe some mustard. You don't have to you don't have to
Gross.
overdo it. But that's
You
my
ruined it.
101.
You had me until pickles.
Well, my daughter likes pickles on the burgers, so she makes me put them on.
It's got to be the right kind of pickles though. Like I don't like the
Yeah,
like,
the ones that don't exist.
no,
That's
no,
the
no.
right
I don't
kind.
like the like fresh cucumber pickles. There's like
know, that's
there's
gross.
a big difference.
Crunch.
Yeah, I mean it's like
You like them slimy bastards.
kind of yeah, kind
The
of
McDonald's pickles.
yeah. They're not bad.
Why are you over there hating on pickles, man? Come on, pickles are
I just
good.
don't like pickles. I'm like Chris Porter, if anybody knows who that is. Fucking pickles. Pickle
No.
juice all over my burger. Fucking
Well,
disgusting.
what I do is I lay it on a paper towel so that you don't have all the excess
Yeah,
juices.
yeah, still a pickle though.
So I'm very
Still a
picky
pickle.
with my burgers. But I will say you guys had good selections. Some of the places that you had we don't have here. Fuddruckers does not exist around here anymore, unfortunately. I have had a Fuddruckers burger. It was fantastic, but they closed around here because
There's
things
actually
closed.
none around here anymore either. The
No,
closest
there's
one to
not.
us is actually in Tennessee.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
there, that's a ways away.
Yeah.
But I do like Five Guys. I just don't like the price.
Those are Audrey.
Absolutely.
Roger loves Five Guys.
Yeah, but that's selections otherwise. The places that I had heard of were fantastic. So well done to you guys.
Hey, no well done's on our sports takes. He's got us on the burgers.
It's all that matters.
That's how it
baby.
ends right there.
It's
That's all that matters. Guys, thanks again. I appreciate you having me on.
I love you, Bauer.
Thank
Thanks,
you
man.
so much.
Appreciate it.
See you
Have a good
guys.
one.
You
Go
too.
to sleep. Tell Jenna to hit me up for therapy. Oh, she won't because she knows who I am.
She might. Who knows?
It's fine.
All right, guys. Thank you again for having me. I'll catch
See
you.
you, Bauer. Thanks, brother. All right. Let me, I'll blow this up. These guys are heading out. I'm ready to eat some pizza. Everybody that came, thanks. Everybody that didn't show up and still donated, thanks. Because you didn't even get anything out of it as far as the live stream goes. You just wanted to help. And everybody that watched Pags over at MEI Studios. I know you don't like football. You watched almost the whole damn thing, I think, which is just amazing. Thanks, Den. Thanks, JD. By the way, if you don't ever hear me call you Jeffrey, there's a reason. I'll tell you after the show's over. But
Remember that.
yeah, thanks everybody. Hopefully anybody that didn't know about Back Row Fantasy Show, Real and Raw, or Dynasty Rewind does now.
Check it out.
Check it out. It's I'm
We'll be-
actually a
we'll be
massive
recording.
fan of Real and Raw Sports and Dynasty Rewind.
I believe we're going to be recording right here from now on.
You're welcome to it.
We're
It's
going
fine.
to
You
start-
really can.
We're
There's
going
no
to
problem.
we're going to start renting the studio.
Renting
fine.
the studio. I like it.
I'm not up here very often.
I like it.
When I make my microphone videos, which is like once or twice a week, I'll sneak up here for a half an hour or so.
Think-
I'm not up here often.
I think we got a price.
I like it.
And this has been used for other podcasts before while I'm just sitting down there stroking.
We're in there.
We're
in there.
Robin. Thank
was
you guys.
fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a good time.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you guys next time and look out for more Real and Raw. Go subscribe to Real and Raw. They're going to be going live on YouTube. Yo! Going to be on YouTube more. The streaming is coming from them. So check them out if you enjoyed the show tonight. Same with the Rewind. You got options, man, especially if you like sports. But otherwise,
Go donate.
there will be more audio gear from here on out until we do something like this again. Thanks, everybody.